All right, so we are over halfway. My throat, jeez. We're over halfway through this 24-hour charity stream. We did Fire Emblem Awakening, we did Pikmin 3 Deluxe, we did Ring Fit Adventure, then we did freaking nearly 6 hours of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Hero Mode with a Wiimote rifle. And now it's time for the second half, where we're going to be spending a few hours hopping into Pokemon Sword version specifically. And I'm going to be trying to form together a team that is specifically meant for shiny hunting, like static encounters that aren't, you know, aren't like Dynamax adventures, because that doesn't matter. You don't need a team for that or anything like that. And then we'll be doing some Among Us, and then we'll be wrapping up with like either a super long session of Breath of the Wild, or I might potentially do like some Breath of the Wild and then switch to another game, because I'm going to be like really tired by that point, and it'll switch to like whatever can keep my sanity up the most. Why don't we have sound? Oh, now we have sound. Now we have sound and stuff like that. Okay. I did some power munching. I had some leftover pizza so that, like, you know, to help keep myself fueled as this thing is going on. I can adjust the microphone back a little bit. That's still adjusted forward from, like, Ring Fit Adventure. And adjust the camera and stuff over and stuff like that. Anyway, when Gigantamax do the shiny stay shiny? I believe so. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever tried Gigantamaxing a shiny before. Oh, I think I have my music off right now. Yeah, because I would like put my own music over stuff. Maybe we should actually do that. I actually like that idea. Let's not turn the in-game music back on, and let's go back to our like chill playlist here is what we'll do, which is like a mix of my lo-fi playlist and relaxing playlist. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's not actually turn the in-game music back on. I changed my mind about that. Anyway, I have been in spare time / when I'm just watching like a YouTube video or something like that, been hopping into Dynamax adventures in this, which means that I should have a lot of Dynite ore. 484. So apparently we have a decent bit here. Anyway, so the 24-hour charity stream has definitely been going very interesting and very swell so far, and because of like some crazy generous mad lads being crazy generous mad lads, we've completely smashed the freaking donation goal up there. But so I figure we may as well leave it up while we're doing stuff like this, because it's like, hey, you know, there's the fruits of, you know, people being crazy generous mad lads. Anyway, so when it came to doing stuff in the Crown Tundra in Sword and Shield here, yeah, complete all legend hunting expeditions. I know that, whoops, I need to remember my buttons for things. I know that the Reggies aren't shiny locked, and they all have like their own temples, and I haven't discovered any of them. But yeah, smush that goal. Indeed, it sure seems like it. They each have their own temples. I know that this is like the Regidrago or Regieleki one. I know that one's here, and apparently once you walk up to them and like the door and stuff like that for the first time, they just become like a fast travel place, so we might potentially do that. I don't know where the third one for the regular Reggies is. I mean, I can easily look it up as well. Now, oh, I might have to transfer some Pokemon from Shield version, because I think that some might be in Shield version right now. Oh crap, they are, aren't they? Anyway, I have gotten a couple shinies from doing Dynamax adventures. I still don't have any shiny legendaries. Got a shiny Boltund, and then just a couple days ago, I actually wound up getting a shiny Amoonguss, which again, isn't the legendary, so, you know, kind of sucks, but what you're gonna do. Oh yeah, at some point we can always swap out this Boltund, the shiny one, for like the non-shiny one in my inventory, is what we could do, maybe. Yeah, I might actually need to do some transferring. Yeah, I do, don't I? I do, don't I? Well, that sure sucks, doesn't it? Where's Pokemon Home? Here it is. That's probably going to be in my party and shit. Well, we've complicated matters, it seems. Well, guess we're going to briefly swap games. Really quickly. Whoops. I have something that I need probably in my active party and Shield version. Oops. That is, oh yeah, I remember. It's because I was catching, like, the legendary Galar birds. Is what I was doing, and that's why they're in Shield version. Oh yeah, software was closed, yada yada. Hold on. Wait a second. We're just gonna transfer it over real quick. Hold on. Whoops. Anyway, so I created a notepad here that basically brainstormed a really good kind of shiny hunting team, essentially. Now, this whole team used to basically all fit into one Pokemon, Smeargle. but Game Freak couldn't be bothered to make Smeargle available in Pokemon Sword and Shield, so I literally have like an IV perfect except for special attack because it's not needed. 5 perfect IVs and EV trained Smeargle with False Swipe, Soak, and then hold on, Thunder Wave or Spore. No, it's Spore, and then like Heal Block or Thunder Wave or something like that. But I can't transfer it into Pokemon Sword and Shield because Game Freak was like, nah. How about you don't? It's not in my active party. I didn't even have to put in Shield version. Well, camera off again as I lean forward. Guess I didn't actually have to put in Shield version. I guess not. Let's find Pokemon Home. Is what we do. Meanwhile, I'll put Sword version back in again. I have to lean so far forward for that. Well, guess we're doing this. So anyway, my thought process is either for the main Pokemon catching Pokemon, either being a Gallade or an Absol. Because both Gallade and Absol can use False Swipe and Thunder Wave in addition to Swords Dance as well. So they both have like their own perks and stuff there. It looks like Gallade may have the slightly better stats when I looked into it, so Gallade might be the better way to go, and I already have some Gallades here. Yeah. And this one's Adamant. Oh, interesting. So the one who's lower level and not as designed towards, you know, being a Pokemon catching Pokemon is the one that has Adamant. Adamant is the nature that raises attack and lowers special attack, I believe, which is what you would want so that, you know, False Swipe does more damage. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And there's the Galar birds that I caught recently in Shield version. Let's save changes and exit. So yeah, ideally it would be Adamant for that. Then I would have an Inteleon, who best case scenario would have a nature of like careful to raise special defense and such, and would have Soak to change the opponent to a water type, which means that I did just realize my camera wasn't on again. It would have Soak that would change the opponent into a water type, which then allows False Swipe to hit ghost types and hit steel and rock types for normal effectiveness. And if it's going to be a battle that you're going to be like doing for a while, if it's someone who like isn't already a water type, then changing them to a water type means they're not going to have stab moves anymore, which is same type attack bonus, which means that anytime a Pokemon uses a move that is the same type as it is, it does 50% extra damage. So for example, Gallade, who is a freaking psychic and fighting type, anytime it uses a psychic or fighting type move, it gets like a 50% damage increase because of the stab bonus, is what it is. So if the Pokemon that you're going after isn't a water type, and even if Soak doesn't help you like hitting them with False Swipe, if they're not a ghost type, a rock type, or a steel type, it still takes away their stab moves and means that you're gonna like be able to be in the battle longer and have to use less heliums because you're gonna be doing less damage to you. So Soak's really good. Haze, I believe, reduces like stat changes in case they keep like buffing themselves. Substitute so that Inteleon can be out there for a little bit, and then U-turn to like do a little bit of damage and switch out and stuff like that. So ideal would be I would lead with an Inteleon who would like Soak and then do that stuff with Soak, U-turn, and then switch to Gallade, who would like Thunder Wave, False Swipe it all the way down. And then the last one that I had planned out is Sandaconda for longevity, because Sandaconda is one of the few Pokemon that can learn both Minimize and Sand Attack to increase Sandaconda's own evasion and reduce the opponent's accuracy. In addition, it can also learn Glare, and if somehow Sandaconda's HP gets really low, you can then use Rest to restore HP and then keep chucking Pokeballs at whatever you're gonna like chuck it at. So because I can't use my Smeargle because Game Freak didn't want to allow that, my plan for a shiny hunting team is this trio. Lead with Inteleon that uses Soak, changes the opponent to a water type so that False Swipe hits for normal effectiveness no matter what. An opponent doesn't have stab moves unless they already are a water type. And then uses U-turn to do a little bit of damage and switch out to Gallade or Absol, who's then gonna spam False Swipe a whole bunch after using like Thunder Wave to paralyze them. And then once they're paralyzed and they're down to 1 HP, then switch to Sandaconda, who can use like Minimize and Sand Attack a few times, and then basically have the opponent never hit Sandaconda, and then you can just keep freaking chucking Pokeballs all the time without needing to worry about anything. So that is my plan, essentially. But yeah, you may join in if you mind partying up later. You're eating, for like Among Us, or for Dynamax Adventures, because I'm not planning on doing Dynamax Adventures. We're doing this for like static encounters and stuff like that. Is the plan. I'm sorry to say. So where did I did transfer this to here. Yeah, I'm gonna sort out my boxes at some point. So yeah, let's see here. Check summary. So ideally the Gallade in question would be, oh, this was from my cousin is who this was, original trainer Adis. Huh. Yeah, that's from my cousin then. Yeah, so gentle by nature. I don't know what gentle is, but I know that adamant is the one that I need. So this one is adamant. I must have like bred this sometime previously. Yeah, from the Alola region. This must have been like an impromptu before that kind of thing. So yeah, let's just put our team into, whoops. Can I take most of my team and put, oh, I guess we'll put you, oh, sure. We'll do that, I guess. Sure. Something like that. We can have Raoul in the party. And then, yeah, so we already... Oh, but your IVs are not the best. So we could do some IV breeding, is what we could do. Because this is all about, like, team creation. So, I mean, this is the bread and butter of the team at the end of the day. Is the thing. So... yeah, we could potentially fly over to, like, the daycare. I should already have my 6 IV Ditto in there, I think. And we could try to get some better IVs. I mean, how much are bottle caps here, anyway? And where do I even redeem bottle caps, anyway? Where do I even do it? Because I would like to max out attack, ideally. So how much are bottle caps? 25, apparently. So I would be able to get, like, plenty of those and stuff. I apparently have 4 in my bag. I'm gonna get a couple more just to, like, hold on to and stuff like that, since we do have plenty here anyway. When it comes to other details with it, let's go ahead and look up Gallade. So let's see, Cerebi Gallade is what we shall do. Also, do I have a Dawnstone? Because I'm pretty sure it's a Dawnstone that actually evolves Gallade, I'm fairly certain, or evolves into Gallade. So where would that be? Okay, I do have some, in case we do, like, want that, essentially. So... yeah, there's that. When it comes to a Ralt, apparently it has like a 50-50 chance for like male or female, which is fine. If it was like a 12.5% chance for being male, that would suck because it can only be male to evolve into a Gallade. So then, are there any outstanding moves here? Let's see here. So False Swipe, that's just from level up actually. Interesting. And then Thunder Wave should just be by TM. Yeah, Thunder Wave just by TM. And then there's either like Hypnosis or Swords Dance, maybe like Swords Dance or something like that. Yeah, Swords Dance is just a TR, so that should be fine. I mean, I can check my TRs here. Is what we can do. I mean, we can sort them out by number. So it's apparently TR00. Do I have any of those? Apparently I don't, but maybe I can look up where we can get one from. So TR Swords Dance, huh? Where can I maybe snag that from? It's a drop reward for max raid battles. Okay, maybe I won't worry about, like, Swords Dance for now. I mean, unless we can get it any other way. Oh, it's a level up thing as well. Okay, it doesn't need to be a TR in that case. It's just a level up thing as well. And then we could have, like, either Heal Pull, Substitute, or Doubled. Oh, if we put on Double Team, then Gallade could be the one that also stays out in the fray afterwards. It doesn't have to worry. Okay, so where would Double Team be? So Double Team, that is also another standard level up thing that we can just remember at a Pokemon Center. So we're fine on this front. So then, if we go to town map and we go, say, to the daycare that's over here, or the Pokemon nursery or whatever the heck, let's check in here. Do I have an Everstone? It's an Everstone that, like, keeps the nature, I think, right? Hold on. So let's give you an item, held item. If I recall, it's been a while since I've done, like, Pokemon breeding stuff. We should be able to give you an Everstone and have you pass down your nature. Is the thing. Like, I don't think that we'd be going until, like, a whole bunch of perfect IVs, but just, like, a decent few, and then we can, like, bottle cap the rest or something like that. Where the heck would an Everstone be? Maybe I don't have one, or it's on whoever's whoever else is in the daycare there right now. Wait, who else is in the daycare? No. Let's see here. I'd like to take my Pokemon back. Who do I... Oh, an Eevee, I guess. Interesting. So, you probably have an Everstone, and the Ditto should have a Destiny Knot already in order to, like, pass down... Yeah, you have a thing here. Held item. Sure, put it in bag, and then we'll go take a Glade here, and we'll do held item, and then this should, like, pass down Adamant. Is the thing. If we scroll down to the very bottom. Yeah, let's do this. And then I'm also gonna need to take out Raoul. Is the thing. You I have here because you have Flame Body. So we're gonna have you in here because that means like eggs hatch faster and stuff. Why do I have 2 Gardevoirs? And then we'll take this Eevee and throw you like there, I suppose. And then I'm gonna have to Google where I even use bottle caps, honestly. Yeah, so let's go ahead and give you Glade with the Everstone. Yeah, sure, there you go. There you go, I suppose. Let's just get like a decent enough Ralts that we can use for our purposes. To, like, I just want to have a team that would be like solid and I could for sure use to like have as good odds, like as best odds as I could of actually catching a shiny if I do run into one. Because I might potentially be using time in between rounds of Dead by Daylight whenever I stream that in the future as opportunities for shiny hunting is what I might do. The heck did I hit? Jeez, after talking for like 12 hours for this charity stream, it's you know, certainly done a number on the throat, to say the least. Hopefully I can run. What the? Let me out of here. Okay. There's a Muna right there. But yeah, so this is essentially my thought process, essentially, behind a team. Because if there's one thing, like, I typically don't do a whole lot of shiny hunting myself, but I mean, it's something for me to do between rounds of DBD or something like that anyway. Instead of sitting around doing nothing, it means something that can be going on during the stream during that time. And if there's one thing that hurts me inside, like a lot, is whenever I see clips of people who are, say, shiny hunting, and they just go into it, like, with their, like, regular standard game kind of team, like, completely unprepared. It's like, why would you bother shiny hunting if you weren't, like, prepared? So this is, like, the idea behind this, is having the most preparation as is possible, essentially, for a situation like that. So we can grab 2 more eggs, and then we're gonna start hatching them, and then we'll look at their IVs and stuff like that. Like, we don't need 6 perfect IV. A special attack doesn't need to be a perfect IV at all. And I'll just generally get some other ones up there, is what I'll do, and then just bottle cap the rest. Maybe right now I should Google where to even use bottle caps. Like, where is that done? Because I actually don't know. I straight up do not know. So, yeah, let's actually do that, like, right now. Sword and Shield, how to use bottle caps. Because I actually don't know. So, Battle Tower, raise the Pokemon you want to Hyper Train to level 100. Oh, so it does have to be level 100. Take bottle caps or gold bottle caps to the man on the far right counter in the Battle Tower. Choose which stat you want to change to the best value to use a bottle cap. Okay. So you literally have to get them to level 100. Okay, and then it's in the Battle Tower. Welcome back, Hawk's Corner. Went shopping. I hope the shopping went well. Hope that went a-okay. So yeah, if we get to level 100, you can then fix, like, the other IVs. Like, just on that Pokemon. It wouldn't get passed down in breeding or anything. By the way, while we're doing this, the Ditto that I'm using, I have the Shiny Charm and the Ditto that we're using. Is like considered a Japanese Ditto as well, so we're technically using Mizuta method right now. So while we're doing this, we're technically also kind of shiny hunting. Because, you know, Shiny Charm plus Mizuta method, so we can't take any more eggs right now. So, I mean, our chances are slim, but our chances when it comes to hatching eggs are as good as they're gonna be. So, I mean, if we found like a random shiny in one of these, it wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world. Well, there goes that glass of water. I have plenty of juice in my juice fridge down here, and I still have some water in my water bottle, like, right behind me. is the thing. I wish you could skip like the egg hatching animation. I wish you could. But what you gonna do? So whichever one of these 5 has like the best IVs, we're gonna shove in there with a ditto. Is what we are going to do. Let's do some big spins. This music's really quiet. Why is it so quiet? We'll wait for another egg to hatch and then we'll check the music. Find out why things are so quiet. Okay. Why is it so quiet? Okay, let's turn that one up because that one's a bit quiet. Maybe a little bit quieter than that though. Turn it up a decent bit. Yeah, something like that. So I believe we have one more egg to hatch here. Let's keep on doing big spins while that happens. Let's do some bike riding and do some big spins. I really like the Galarian Zigzagoons in this game. I mean, what I would like more is if I could just transfer over my Smeargle and I wouldn't have to go through this process of creating a team for shiny hunting specifically for Sword and Shield because I couldn't transfer my Smeargle over. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do about that, I suppose? Also, I might move my microphone up more. Like, it's still all wonky from when we adjusted it all over the place for Ring Fit earlier. So that should be all of them here. Yeah, looks like. So let's go ahead and check summaries. Is what we'll do. Oh, I have to... Yeah, so they do get adamant. So I gotta check them in boxes, I believe. So let's see here. Hold on, let's just make sure that I was correct in it being the Everstone and that they're all adamant. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like. Alright, so let's check them here. Okay, that's fine enough. And then we can, like, that's 4 IVs right there. And then the last one that we need would just be, like, attack. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought the one that was no good was in special attack. It's in special defense. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. This one has 3 perfect IVs. This one has 3. This one has 4 as well. The only things that aren't up there are defense and special defense. I think I'd want one that doesn't have best in special attack because ideally that would be the one that we wouldn't have maxed out. And for some reason, like, will you be able to play it Among Us even if we won't talk? Sure. I would say sure. In my experience, whenever I put someone in with like best special attack or attack, like whichever one I'm trying to like not actually keep on them, they always wind up keeping it anyway. So I mean, this one has attack up. I mean, we could potentially just keep this one and then bottle cap it twice. Is what we could maybe do. And just use that. And then we would have like a whole lot less process to go through. Is what I suppose we could do. Yeah, maybe we'll do it. But that would mean that we'd have to get you to level 100 is the thing. So I mean, yeah, let's release a whole bunch here. Whoops. Yeah, let's release. We'll go back to the Crown Tundra and see about getting a whole bunch of freaking the XP candy L's because, you know, that's a good place to do it considering how much Dynite ore I currently have. Because I don't exactly do regular raid battles a whole lot. So let's get a freaking massive ton of these L thingamabobs. Because yeah, like I mentioned before, this Gallade would be basically like the bread and butter of our whole thing. So I could get 144 if I really wanted to. Let's get like freaking 50 of them. Is what we'll do. And then when we check our Pokemon here, or maybe I check items, and yeah, it's a male one as well, so it would be able to become a Gallade. Easy peasy. Yeah, let's see here. So yeah, sure, let's use like 20 of these on you, sure. Level 36. Learn Double Team. Yeah, so I might keep Double Team. Hypnosis is another tempting one, but I might just do like Thunder Wave instead. Is what I'm kind of leaning towards. Just because like the Thunder Wave doesn't wear off. So yeah, keep old moves. So you should... Yeah, keep old moves. You should evolve into Kirlia now. Yeah, just do a whole bunch of keeping old moves. Don't worry about that all. So yeah, this Ralts should, in theory, become like one of the best possible glades that I can use for being a Pokemon, catching Pokemon. And should have me be like very, very prepared and stuff. So there's the evolution. Dang it! I was mashing A and B so the text would go by faster. Well, there. Now I'll just mash A instead of A and B for the text to go by faster. Whoops. Ah well, easy fix then. So just don't press B during this. Force a habit. There we go, and then I can use a Dawnstone. Stop that. Stop that, and then we'll go find that Dawnstone. That should be like right here. Nice, let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, we'll now have an Adamant Gallade with 4 perfect IVs. We'll bring it to 6 when we go do the freaky thingamabob. Go do some bottle caps and stuff. I don't actually know how to EV train in this game. I knew how to EV train in like previous generations. They all had their own strategy. I might have to like look that up. Like, what's the best way to max EVs? Do I literally need like this kind of stuff to max EVs in this game? Okay, so if I gave you like 11. Okay. So Psycho Cut, nah. Nah, Heal Pulse could be handy, but like at that point we've basically lost if we're using Heal Pulse on the enemy to keep it alive. So I mean, so I'll give you like 20 here. 92, nice. And then 5? We're gonna run out here pretty soon. And then 2. And then 1. And then we can use like one of these, maybe? 1. There we go. Level 100. So we now have a level 100 Gallade. So we should be able to go to the battle tower now and use some bottle caps to get those other IVs up. So let's go ahead and check the town map here. And then skedaddle up this way, all the way to the top and to the battle tower. And apparently it's talking to some dude at like the right counter for this. Apparently. So let's see here. Is it you? Is it dude in the green shirt? Undergo hyper training. Okay, so yeah, it's only Pokemon that are at level 100 then. So yeah, let's see here. Let's select. Use a bottle cap or a regular bottle cap. I don't even have a thing there. Yeah, so it's defense and special defense that need to go up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's start the training. Oh wait, I can select multiple ones and use multiple bottle caps at once. I didn't even realize. I've never done this before. Glade got stronger. Yes, keep going with hyper training. Yes, please. Defense hyper trained. Nice. So essentially that means that for the sake of this Pokemon on its own, that IV is now perfect. It's a perfect stat. But if you put it like into breeding, like it's not gonna pass down like what's hyper trained. Like it could potentially pass down the best HP, attack, special attack, and speed, but it can't pass down the best defense or the best special attack. Wait, I don't need to, or the best special defense, sorry, in a hot second. Like it just exists for like this Pokemon on its own. It can't be like inherited, which is fine in this case. They got stronger. Okay, so now we have a level 100 Gallade who is adamant, meaning physical attack is raised and special attack is lowered. And if I check my boxes here, it now has 6 perfect IVs if you count the hyper training. So that is nice, methinks. So that'll be quite nice. All right, so for our move set here, let's just go through it all again. So False Swipe should just be a TM, is all it should be. So let's see here. Where would False Swipe be? Or would False Swipe be? I mean, apparently it's one of the ones that may well just be one of the ones that automatically learn. So if we go to a Pokemon Center and see about relearning, we might potentially just be able to do some stuff there. I may as well connect to online just for funsies. Just because and stuff. Let's connect. There we go. So let's check the town map and let's go to a Pokemon Center of some sort. which, I don't know, could just be like right here, I guess. Sure, something like that, and we'll go talk to the dude who can have Pokemon relearn moves. It's so nice how they have like a move relearner in every Pokemon Center in these kinds of games. So I think it's you? Let's remember a move. So what can Gallade potentially relearn anyway? What move should it remember? It should relearn... There's False Swipe. Is there anything else good? Sword Stance. So False Swipe and Sword Stance. Yeah. So those two then. So False Swipe. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, and ta-da! And then we'll also do Swords Dance as well, so that False Swipe hits a little harder. Is what I think we'll do. So let's find Swords Dance right there. Sure. Sharply raise attack. And then we'll take off Disarming Voice. And then we should be able to learn Thunder Wave by a TM. Just go into our bag. And then right there, Thunder Wave, let's go ahead and use that. And then we'll replace Hypnosis. Is what we shall do. So 1, 2, and ta-da. Now we'll go into the summary. Is what we shall do, and rearrange these moves in a, in a nice way. So check summary. And then, yeah, False Swipe at the top, then we can have like that, and then we can have like that order. Something like that. So a Gallade that's literally purely just for catching other Pokemon to be like super prepared for like any potential shinies and stuff like that. Now, the IVs are up there. 314 attack, nice. But we haven't done anything about EVs, and I don't know how EVs like work in this game, essentially, for that. So let's see here. I should have looked this up before doing the stream anyway. Sword and Shield. How to max EVs, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, so there's like the whole job thing? So let's see here. Pokemon Sword and Shield Guide, how to EV train. Yada yada, I know what it is. I know that there's like the 510 max, so we can max out 2 stats with 255, and then like 1 stat up once for the 2 remaining EVs or whatever the heck. Let's see here. So there's EV training using wild Pokemon. Defeating a specific Pokemon will yield 1 EV for a certain stat. This is the slowest way to raise EVs, but it'll get the job done. There was a faster way to do it in auras, I remember, because of like the horde battles where you'd face 5 at once. So you used to be able to get like so many EVs at once. Then there's items. Vitamins raise each EV by 10. While this seems easy, vitamins are pretty expensive. They're 10k each and can be found in Pokemon centers. They're also available for 2 battle points each in the central Hammerlock Pokemon Center. How much BP do I have? Did I potentially get any BP from using Pokemon Home? Or is that not a thing in Pokemon Home and I'm thinking about Pokemon Bank? I know it was a thing in Pokemon Bank. But do you potentially get battle points by using Pokemon Home? Like, let's check my battle points and such. So let's see here. So... okay, so not here. So probably this other one. Okay, so maybe here. I'm in the BP shop. I have 31 BP apparently. Is apparently what I've got. I don't need to raise the amount of move uses for any of the things there. It could be handy. Reduce the speed but allows the holder's attack stat to grow more after battling, so that just means you gain like more EVs in that specific stat. Most Pokemon go strong but cut speed in battle. I forget exactly what the Macho Brace is here. So let's see here. Pokemon Macho Brace. What's that again? Let me remember. It just doubles all effort values gained. Oh, then why would you like ever run these power things instead of just running this? I guess if you specifically didn't want to like raise other stats, but if you're going to that point anyway. Now there's the Destiny Knot, some specific evolution items. Okay, so there's this. So we'd be getting a whole bunch of proteins essentially. So then there's EV training using jobs. Once you get to Hammerlock, you unlock a new set of Poke Jobs. And then it gradually gains EVs. Then there's giving berries to lower EVs is a thing. And then there's... Oh yeah, there's Pokerus as well. I might have someone in my boxes that has Pokerus. Maybe. I'm not 100% certain. It doubles the EV gain. I guess that affects... like... nutrients or vitamins that you give it as well. I might not have anybody in my current boxes who has it. I might. I could check Pokemon Home. I probably have someone somewhere. Is the thing. Let's see here. Just go to battle and it'll spread around your party. Hello, Jublima. How's it going today? Hello! There's a specific Whole Lambs Macho Brace, which doubles EV gains from battles and jobs. And power items will give 8 extra EVs per event if you do 1 hour poker job. How tired are you feeling, friendo? So far, so good. I'm not too tired yet, but we've still got like plenty of time to go, is the thing. So I may as well pick up a Macho Brace just to like have one, is the thing. We had some crazy shenanigans in the freaking Skyward Sword Wiimote rifle stuff. Yeah, I don't have anyone in my inventory. Yeah, so I'll get one, I suppose. So I might actually check Pokemon Home. Because I might have to check around my boxes a lot, but I should have someone somewhere that has Pokerus. Is the thing. Is the thing right there. And I just got a notification on my phone saying that there was a donation, and adding $5 to that from Jublima. I appreciate the donation there. Jubes, that's super kind of you. Sent monies for Extra Life. What happens to it? Oh, it goes to the Stollery Children's Hospital. Is what it is. Yeah, does you. Does it. That would go to the Stollery Children's Hospital. So Extra Life is kind of like an annual event where, like, I did this last year as well, just because I was like, hey, let's do it for the fun of it. And it basically is meant to support children's hospitals around like the various areas that's done. So I know it's across the Canada and the States. Some places in Europe might do it, I'm not 100% certain. And for each like streamer or content creator respectively, it basically is for their own local children's hospital, which for me is the Stollery Children's Hospital. It says shades for 30 minutes. Yeah, so typically when we're doing more challenging things, like we're mostly just doing like stuff in Pokemon right now that has to do with like team composition and experimenting, stuff like that. But typically during more challenging things, there's like the various ways that it can impair me, like having sunglasses for 30 minutes, oven mitts for the next 30 minutes, which has been redeemed a couple times, and blindfolded for 5 minutes, which also happened a couple times. And when we were in Skyward Sword, the freaking 4th dungeon boss of the game, Coloctos, I feel like I nearly beat the first phase of him while blindfolded. And man, I did want to keep trying it while blindfolded, but it was so stupidly hard, so I wound up eventually giving up on that. Keep an eye out to ruin your life later. Yeah, so basically anybody who's given like some amount can basically just tell me later, oh, put like this much towards doing that thing later. Like Ketson, who's given a whole bunch, maybe hopping into Among Us and maybe like potentially putting oven mitts on me or blindfolding me to screw around with me while it's going on. I should have Pokerus somewhere in here. So, you know, there's that. That might be happening while we're doing like Among Us later or something. So somebody here has to have Pokerus. If we, like, all these were in numerical order until I took out a whole bunch to like complete my decks in the main games forever ago. So somewhere past all the Pokemon in order and such. My Vivillon collection is like the stupidest thing ever, and it's like potentially even harder than completing the Pokedex. It's so hard to collect every Vivillon pattern, but that's a story for another day. Busy watching anime, otherwise your toast come kill you in Among Us. Alright, yeah, we'll be hopping into Among Us in a couple hours time here. If you want to hop on in, then just say the word and hop on in. Let's see here. Oh, let's turn this music down a little bit like that. Maybe a little bit more up. Something like that. Find the perfect level. Did die blindfolded 5 minutes straight so he didn't quit the challenge? Yeah, I mean, we technically did it. There's the new Hariyamas in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Interesting. Who would have Pokerus? Okay, so I think that's the symbol that says that it had Pokerus once. I think. Hold on. Yeah, I think that little smiley, or that little face at the top right, shows that it had Pokerus once. So it'd be a symbol like right next to there, I think, right? Or something. For now, just want to pop in and have an awesome stream. Alrighty. Will do. I appreciate the donation again, Jublima. And yeah, if you do want to hop into Among Us, just let me know. Yeah, so that face signifies that they had Poker Rust once. So I've got to have somebody that like actively has Poker Rust somewhere around here. I just don't know where. This thing. Never realized how much character customization Pokemon Shield has. Yeah, the like specific character customization is definitely really cool. Yeah, there's my Smeargle that I wish I could transfer, but I can't. And you had Poker Rust once. I wish I could transfer those ones over. And you had Poker Rust once. A whole bunch of them had Poker Rust, but like, where the heck is one that like actively has it? How come you can't transfer them? Because the devs were too lazy to program them into the game, I guess. Or not the devs, I should say, but Nintendo, I should say, slash the Pokemon Company didn't want to bother doing that. This was from Monkey? Interesting. Been over 20 minutes on your stream just playing with how your character looks? I can understand that. I have to have one with... This is a shiny, apparently? That's what a shiny freaking Galarian or a Alolan Meowth looks like? Didn't even realize I had that. Weird. Weird. This was from Dorian. That was a person I knew in high school. I don't see anybody actively with Poker Rust. A whole bunch that like had it. There has to be one somewhere around here. There has to be. Yeah, here's my freaking bazillion Smeargles on my way to making the Smeargle that was like the kind of perfected one. So there's a whole bunch with names like HPDS for HP defense speed, attack defense, special defense speed, while I was keeping track of IVs and stuff. Interesting times. I have way more time on my hands those days, didn't I? Where the heck is one that has Poker Rust? So that symbol's on the left. Does that one has an X through it. Does that mean that it actively has Poker Rust? I'm gonna like look this up. Let's see here. Pokemon Home Poker Rust symbol. Like, what am I looking for here? Switch from all water-based outfit to mostly poison with dark brown hair for black hat and yellow green eyes. Sounds fancy schmancy. I'm gonna... Okay, so I think the one with the X in it is like active Poker Rust. I think. Methinks here. Give your Pokemon Poker Rust, yada yada. Okay, yeah, it looks like the symbol with the X through it means that it is like actively infected with Poker Rust. So let's go ahead and put this Ninjask into here, I guess. What? This is locked? I don't know what that means. Yeah, so then there's ones like that that say that they had Poker Rust before, which makes sense. But none that, like, currently have it. So there's the Ninjask there. I'll see if there's anybody else who currently has it. I mean, I could always put a bunch of other generic Pokemon in my party to try to get it spread to them as well. Just so that I have, like, someone around with that. There's a whole bunch of freaking event Mews. Fall 2010. Don't ask me why I have that many event Mews from Fall 2010. Is there nobody else that, like, currently has it active? Yeah, so you're cured from it. Which means, like, you still get the effect, like, the additional effect from it. You just can't spread it to other nerds. Okay, so you're... Dang it, but you can't transfer a Spinda. The Spinda's actively infected as well. I have a shiny Metagross. Oh, that was the event one before, like, Auras came out or something like that. Does that mean you can't transfer Calyrex to Pokemon Home? I think if I couldn't transfer it, it would show, like, the yellow exclamation point. I don't know why it shows the locked thing. Maybe it just wants me to separate them or something? Yeah, a whole bunch that have had Poke. Oh, here's a... Dang it, it can't even transfer. Same with these guys that have it. Gosh darn it. Remember Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and... Oh. You're level 100, and you have it too. Yeah, we'll have a couple here that actively have it to be safe. Yeah, I figured I'd probably have some that actively had it somewhere around. I figured so. If I can find like another... Okay, I guess we just have those two in terms of the ones that can transfer. So yeah, let's go ahead and save changes and exit. Is what we'll do. like that. And then we'll transfer Pokerush to a couple other friendos just by going into battle, essentially. Whoops, not help. No, I guess, oh, I can just close it then, I guess. Okay, so then, I don't think it does, but I should probably look into, like, if battles give that EV to, like, everyone in the party or just the active battler. So let's see here. So Pokemon Sword. Have I got the event hat Pikachus? No, I never bothered with that. I would never be playing these games around that time and like bother. I always like play Pokemon for like some spurt of time and then not bother if like an event comes out. So I technically have the Pokedex complete except for a bunch of mythicals because I never bothered to like do the event. So let's see here. EV training. They're still out, but like if I've missed some anyway, if I missed some of the earlier ones, I figure, So let's see here. Where's EV training? A few ways to EV train. So let's see here. So you can buy vitamins from the shop in Windon. How much funds do we have there? They're apparently like 10k each, so I could get like 28. So I figured like, if I don't get the full set anyway, then whatever. There's cheaper vitamins on the Isle of Armor. If you've purchased the expansion pass and have progressed far enough in the Isle of Armor storyline, you can talk to Honey in the Master Dojo to pay what for her to bring conveniences such as a hairdresser, vending machines, Rotami to the Master Dojo. So offer either expensive but later on, yada yada. The end of November. I don't really bother with that kind of thing. She'll buy a vitamin vending machine for protein and calcium. She'll add those ones. You can buy these from the vending machine at a bulk discount. So if you buy 10 at a time, they only cost 7k each instead of the usual 10k. But the best value is if you buy a set of 25, which only costs 5k each. Still don't have like as much funds. This could be handy. Still only get plus 2 EVs after using. Also, how do I check the EVs, I wonder? Let's see here. When it comes to fighting wild Pokemon, if you're in need of just a few EVs in order to top off an EV spread after using vitamins, or you'd rather not spend money on vitamins, you can do it the old-fashioned way against wild Pokemon. Let's see here. Pick up the Macho Brace, yada yada, temporarily have speed. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see here. Sword and Shield are battle EVs given to the whole team, or is it individual? I hope it's just individual. I hope it is. So let's see here. There's fighting other Pokemon. It doesn't say whether it's the individual one or the team. Doesn't answer my question. I assume it's just the individual. But I know in Auras, if you EXP shared stuff over, it would like transfer the EVs as well. So I don't know how that works. By the way, do I have an EXP share that can be like turned on or off? Oh, it might just be permanently on and then like, well, hold on. How do I check my Pokemon's current EVs? Because I don't know anything about like this in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield, check current EVs. Like, how do I see that? How to check EVs and IVs? I already know how to check IVs. Let's see here. So where do I check that? Just hit the X button when looking at a stats page and it'll show how their stats have grown. The lighter yellow shows the Pokemon's base stats. The blue indicates that the Pokemon cannot be EV trained anymore. Okay. So then, when it comes to training attack, it looks like we would go to Galar Mine. And that is where, sorry? There. So we can fight, what? So we can apparently fight Timbers that each give +1 attack. So I may as well give Gallade the Macho Brace for now. Whoops, dang it. So let's give you that Macho Brace that I got. Okay, let's see here. So that'll increase your EVs that you gain. And I'll need to swap you guys around here. And I'll also go to my boxes and take out some nerds. So this Ninjask that actively has Pokerus will put you in here. And we'll spread it to some other Pokemon, I guess. This is what we can do. Something like this, sure. Let's just try to spread it around by being in battles and stuff like that. That should increase our EV gain. So we might potentially be coming back to this place soon enough. So town map. I need some water. Let's go to the Galar Mine. Let's see here. Reasonably common inside of Galar Mine. So, let's go fight some Timbers temporarily. I just realized this Gallade can't actually take out anybody, though. Because, like, false swipe. I'm now realizing this. I mean, I could always give you, like, a TM temporarily of just anything else that can actually take out the opponent. And we can go back to, like, Thunder Wave. Is what we could do. And for now, we could use, like, I don't know. What can you learn that does damage? Like Swift or something? Is there anything that's a stab? I guess it doesn't really matter. At this point, yeah, let's do Swift temporarily. Replace Thunder Wave. And we'll put on Thunder Wave again easily enough soon after. So by doing some battles, we should be able to transfer this virus over. Should be able to, so let's go ahead and swap here. This is what we do. Now let's go fight a couple Timbers. See what it does to our EV stats. So where could some Timbers be? Some Timbers. Oleana's here, what the heck? Champion never thought I'd run into you in the mines, but doing some volunteer community service on Mr. Rose's behalf. Mr. Rose, a long time ago, he used to work in a coal mine, you know, so I'm actually happy doing this kind of work. Then give you one of my prized league cards. Oh. Okay, got Rose's rare league card. Okay, thanks for helping answer Natus. No, Mr. Rose feels the same way, but he was just so worried about the future. Wasn't expecting to see you in the mines. No, I don't want to fight you. No. No, I will avoid that situation. Thank you very much. Let's skedaddle. But then this Timber. The Timber we will fight, because apparently they give +1 attack. Apparently. And that should be like +2 because of Macho Brace. Let's see here. So... Wait. How much does the Macho Brace increase it by again? Is it just double? So let's see here. Each item adds 8 EVs in its indicated stat every time. It's a Poke Job, Macho Brace. Held item cuts a Pokemon speed in half, but in return will double the EV point gain from battling and from Pokemon jobs. Okay, so it's double, so it would be like ×2 here then. And I think Pokerus also doubles it? Let's see here. Let's see here. Does it say how much it increases it by? It also doubles it, so I should be getting like 4 points per Timber in theory, in attack. So if we check summary, like attack should have gone up by like 1 there. I think it was 314 before, but I mean, oh, did they respawn if I just open my menu? Maybe. Oh, we'll do a few battles to try to get Pokerus transferred over. Is the thing. Oh, so it'd only be 2 points right now because we don't have Pokerus transferred yet. Is the thing. And yeah, combat animations are off right now because old Dynamax Adventure shenanigans. So if I open the menu and close it, it just respawns, maybe? What did I do before? Like, I checked the summary. Check summary. Where would I see for Pokerus, huh? Not here. Oh, it says right there. So we'll see once that gets transferred over, apparently. Okay, so you're not a Timber. Not what I need. What's this? An Ether. Yoink. Okay. So, maybe we can find a nice other open area over here? Well, I don't see any other ones here, and this is probably the exit. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Darn. Well. Yeah, so I guess they're not around in this area, because there's not much of anything around in this area. Something gonna be coming down the track here? Yep. Yep, looks like... Okay, so on either side of the bridge they have a chance of spawning then. So we'll do a handful of battles and hopefully Pokerus transfers over. I hope. Let's do Swift here. What we better do. Eat. So, do we potentially have enough here? So our attack was at 314 before. So don't have Pokerus. Yeah, now it's at 315. So it is indeed raising attack. But I guess we have to do a decent bit of battles before Pokerus transfers over, I suppose. Maybe I'll just go back and forth on the bridge. Is what I may do here. Maybe. Okay, boopity bop. Send out good old Gallade. Keep on doing some swiftly swifts. Whenever I see like the combat animation not start, I always assume that it's gonna say like the attack missed at the bottom. But it's just because I have combat animations off. And Swift is a move that never misses, so like, you know, can't possibly be like that. Okay, so another one here. Yeah, let's keep on doing battles and such. To get this to transfer over. To get like as perfected of a Gallade as we possibly can for catching other Pokemon. Specifically for if we do like some shiny hunting stuff with it. Like out of this team that I'm making, the Gallade is the most important, so may as well take the most time developing it, you know? Alright, let's check here. Check some summaries. Okay, you still don't have it. Looks like Colossal got it. Do you have to be adjacent in the party or something? Is that what that is? Because it swapped to like... It transferred over to the ones that were on either side of Ninjask is the thing. So like if I do that, is it now going to transfer over? Does it have to do with like party adjacency? Or something? Is that what it is? And if we're using the Macho Brace, and we manage to get Pokerus, just farming against a whole bunch of Timbers might actually be the play here. Maybe. I might put on some other damaging moves. It means I would have to go back to the move relearner, which is... Gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. Let's fight this one as well. Is what we'll do. Counter Wild Timber. Send out Gallade here. Keep on swifting them. Swiftly now. Swift. So will it then transfer over to these other nerds? Just because like they were adjacent. Whoops, don't swap. Maybe it's not an adjacency thing. I mean, maybe it is, we'll see. We shall see. I guess we're doing some more battles. Guess we're doing some more. And at this point, with this little setup that we have here, going back and forth for the Timbers, maybe I should just do this instead of, you know, actually buying any stat boosting items. Maybe. All this just so that False Swipe can hit as hard as possible in case we run into like a shiny legendary down the line. All this just for False Swipe to hit as hard as it possibly can. So, I mean... Okay, well... Keep on going back and forth on this bridge. Yeah, this is not a half bad little setup that we've made. It seems like... Okay, Woobat this time. Okay, Roly-Poly and Woobat. And Woobat and Diglett. Going back and forth. Okay, Roggenrola and Roly-Poly. Ah, here's a Timber. Here's one. Take out one more and we'll check the summaries again to see if the thing transferred over, potentially. We shall see. Let's go ahead and Swift. Like that. Again, my mind always just assumes that's gonna miss somehow. you'll faint. And our attack stat should gradually be going up. I feel like Shuckle could have me as False Swipe if it used Power Swap correctly, technically, but it would, like, typically if you give Shuckle really high attack with some sort of setup, it means that its defense is gonna suck and it's gonna be taken out, like, instantly. Like, at least Gallade has some good defense as well, so it can last against some opponent for a while. You still don't have Pokerus. What the hell? You still have it active, right? You didn't, like, have it run out? Okay, it's still active. Because eventually it gets, like, cured of it. Yeah, Glass Cannon. Because eventually it gets cured of it. And when it does, you still get the benefits from it. It can just no longer transfer. So I'm checking to make sure that it's still there, to make sure that it's still transferable. It all is. But instead of Cannon, it's False Swipe. Yeah. I'm gonna turn off my camera briefly and grab some juice. That's what I'm gonna do for my throat. Because I've been speaking for, like, approaching 14 hours now. So, I mean, definitely, my throat's definitely gonna be feeling this tomorrow, to say the least. I can guarantee that. Alright, let's go ahead and fight and keep on using Swift and stuff. What we'll do? I wonder if I have, like, many Lepa Berries or something like that to restore move uses. I do wonder. You must be taken out. Purely for the reason of making my Gallade's False Swipe stronger and stronger. My foot almost cramped up. That was a close one. That would have sucked. So let's check our inventory here. Or our summaries. Check summary. And you still don't have progress. Why ever not? Why don't you? Why don't you have it? I don't get it. Some of your friends got it, but you didn't. Why not you? Why not the one that I'm actually specifically trying to EV train? Man, I miss the horde battles of auras for doing this. Man, I miss that. Goodbye, Timber. Yeah, let's take out a couple more and then check the summaries again. I'm a little bit nervous about walking over this way because they're kind of out of my line of sight and I don't want to, like, walk into someone that I don't want to walk into by accident. That would kind of suck. Alright, let's see here. That's the thing. Gotta tell you, in 2 to 3 hour streams wipe the floor with you and coming up 14 hours with some energy left. Hey, I've done 2 24-hour charity streams before. It's kind of the thing. Also, our attack was at 314 before. So hold on. And we can raise it by 152, is it? Hold on. So I'm just gonna write down that number of 314. So how much would maxing out in, like, an EV stat get it up to? Like, I know that there's 252 and that you would divide that by, I believe you would divide that by 4. I believe. So hold on, let me just go to my calculator actually. So 252 divided by 4 is 63. So in theory, if we add 314 to that, we should be able to get up to an attack stat of 377. I think, if I'm interpreting this right. Is the thing. Let's see here. Max of 510 EVs with 4 EVs equaling a single stat point. Yeah, and you can put 252 maximum into, like, one single stat. So yeah, that calculation should be correct. So we should look out for the number 377 for when this EV training of attack is done. In theory. There we go, Pokerus. So we're at 322 right now. We were at 314 before. So in theory, maxed out would be 377 if my calculations are correct. Is the thing. Because you have it now, too. Okay, so everybody has it now. So now I have a whole lot more Pokemon that I can have in my boxes, like, at the ready in case we need to, like, transfer Pokerus to someone else. Handy dandy. So yeah, let's just go ahead, put a bunch of Pokemon into here. Nice, so if I ever need to transfer Pokerus, we'll have it there, handy dandy and stuff. We can even potentially put Colossal in here for now. Like, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Because if we have Colossal out and about for, like, egg hatching anyway, that active infection is going to run out sooner or later anyway. Is there another attacking move I can just toss on Gallade for fun? That has 10 uses. 15. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of... Wait, I need to look at what Gallade can actually learn. Oh, this one has 20. Yeah, let's just do it so that we can be here longer. Because at this point, like, I was planning on using items instead of, you know, actually going after individual Pokemon over and over again. Because, you know, it's individual Pokemon, unlike something like Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, where you can take out 5 at once. And then EV training is, like, super fast through that. But we're on a roll now when it comes to taking out these Timbers, and we have a system. And I think we might just stick to it. So I might use stat boosting items for, like, some of the other stats. I'd probably just boost, like, defenses or speed or something like that. Like, would I need to worry about anything potentially outspeeding Gallade anyway? Is the thing. So it should probably just be defenses. Like, level 100, you're not usually going to find other legendaries at level 100. Never mind ones that would, like, then outspeed Gallade. So, like, the rest of those points would probably be better off into like, defenses, just so that Gallade lasts longer against any potential shinies, I guess. But yeah, hello, Tara. You really wish you could do it, but don't think your parents will let. Don't worry about that. Freaking stopping by and hanging out during these charity events is already more than enough, because it helps, you know, get the word out, stuff like that. Helps put the stream up higher in, like, the stream lists on Twitch, since Twitch organizes them by view count and stuff like that. So already stopping by and hanging out for events like this is already more support than I could ask for, and is already greatly appreciated. Hope you're doing well today. We encountered a wild Timber. We gotta keep on smacking them. So now that we actually have Pokerus onto Gallade here, we should, in theory, be getting quite a bit of EVs from it. So it should be doubled from freaking whatever the heck, from the Macho Brace, and then also double from Pokerus. So we should, for every Timber we take out, we should be gaining 1 stat point. We're not shiny hunting right now, we're creating a team for shiny hunting, is what we're doing. So we're designing this Gallade right now to have as much attack as possible. 325 it looks like it's at right now. It can go up to 377. And this is gonna be, like, our main shiny hunter Pokemon, essentially. So 377 should be the cap, and with our current setup, we should be gaining, like, 1 stat point in attack for every Timber that we take out. We should be. So 325, I'll check to see that it's 326 after we take out another one. Right here is the thing. So I wouldn't say that we're exactly shiny hunting. I'd say that we're forming a team, so that if we do some shiny hunting of, say, the Reggies or something like that, we'll be literally as prepared as can be. Like, basically couldn't be more prepared. Because if there's, like, one thing that's super painful to see in Pokemon, it's when somebody's, like, shiny hunting and, like, goes into it, like, super unprepared and then, like, screws everything up. But yeah, you do raid den hunting. I have done, like, a bit of Dynamax adventure stuff here and there. I don't think I ever did any hunting in, like, raid den stuff like that. I just figure it'll be something for me to do between rounds of, like, DBD on stream. So yeah, 326. So yeah, every single Timber that we take out should give a stat point with our current setup. So I'll check to see that's 327 after this. As what we shall do. Go Gallade. To go ahead and use the rest of these Swifts and such. We might have to leave the mines and, like, go restore some move uses after this. And then come back once. Maybe. So let's just check to see if it's 327. Let's see if everything is a-okay. Yep, 327. For every single Timber we take out, we are now gaining an extra point in attack. And therefore making False Swipe hit just that smidge harder. Is the thing. I've gotten 2 shiny Gyarados from raid den hunting. Nice. When it comes to Dynamax Adventures in the Crown Tundra, I now have a shiny Boltund and a Moongus. I've yet to find a shiny legendary though, unfortunately. Of course the game would give me 2 shiny random other Pokemon that aren't legendaries, but what you gonna do? But yeah, I figured like when it comes to good old-fashioned regular kind of shiny hunting, when it comes to just like static resetting legendaries, the Reggies aren't shiny locked. So this kind of team is meant in this specific case for like against the Reggies, but could also help me in the future if I ever want to like use a team like this. If only my Smeargle transferred from Pokemon Home to this game, then I'd already have my basically perfected shiny hunter. But I mean, but I don't have the DLCs. Yeah, that would... shiny hunting in the DLCs can certainly be interesting, considering in Dynamax Adventures, if you have the shiny charm, every Pokemon you encounter has a 1% chance to be shiny, which is a whole lot better than 1 in like 1,366 or 1 in 4,096 without the shiny charm. I know that raid den odds are like better than regular encounters. I don't know what the raid den encounters are, or what the odds there are, but still probably a lot better than there. But unlike doing a static encounter in front of a legendary, just resetting over and over again, it takes like 20 to 25 minutes to get to that legendary each time, because you have to fight like 3 Dynamax Pokemon before getting there. So it's like 20 minutes for each 1% chance, so that makes sense why the odds are as good as they are for shiny legendaries, because it takes super long to get there. And with my luck, I've gotten 2 random Pokemon throughout the Dynamax Adventures that have been shiny, but not the legendaries yet. Not Juan. Not as of yet. So yeah, a whole bunch of these Timbers are gonna have to be taken out over and over again, just to make sure that our false swipe hits as hard as possible. I also got a perfect IV shiny Charizard from a raid, and that's pretty nice. If you ever want to breed it, then that'd be very nice for passing down IVs and such. It's so weird, like, talking about Pokemon like this, because I usually don't cover a lot of Pokemon stuff on this channel, and then here we are doing stuff like this, where we literally IV perfected the, well, 4 IV perfected the Gallade, and then, like, used bottle caps for the other 2 IVs, so it's basically IV perfected for all intents and purposes. And then are literally EV training it here to make it as perfect as possible. The ultimate false swipe Thunderwave machine is literally all this is gonna be. Here we are doing stuff like this. I don't know why people who like stream, like, I don't do a lot of Pokemon stuff on this channel. I just kind of do it from time to time. Yeah, we're kind of destroying the Timber population. Like, I don't do a whole lot of stuff like this on the channel typically, because I've got so many other playthroughs to get to. But there are people out there whose streams a lot of the time are specifically all about shiny hunting. And I don't know why they don't do stuff like this like I'm doing, making like as perfected of a shiny hunter as they can, because it's not like you're gonna lose it down the line unless its name is Smeargle and they don't let you transfer it from Pokemon Home. So it may as well be something that you make, get over with, and then you can just keep using until like the end of time. That just like keeps assisting you and increases your odds of actually like catching something if you find it and it's shiny. It just got your Joy-Cons back from Nintendo. Is drift fixed, maybe? Is there perhaps no more drift? Okay, another Timber here. I might pour some more juice because my throat is so freaking dry. Like, my goodness. Because I've been talking for nearly 14 hours now. So, I mean, goodbye, Timbers. Timbers dying faster than your phone battery. I need to know your Switch is dead. Ah, gotcha. But eventually you'll find out here then. But yeah, anybody who has like a Twitch or YouTube channel that's all about, that's literally all about shiny hunting, or at least that's one of the big factors of it. If I could ask them one question, if they don't already do this, is why don't you do this? Why don't you do what I'm doing right now? To have, like, so if you do run into a shiny, just like in the wild, or like a static encounter one, so you have the best possible odds of not failing it, you know? Why don't you do this? Yeah, that's a channel that's definitely dedicated to that kind of thing. I don't know if he does, like, this. Like, actually has a dedicated team that's, like, you know, stats perfected as much as possible for that. But if he doesn't, then, like, why not? Like, I feel like you gotta be out of your mind to have it be, like, a big part of your channel and not actually have, you know, not to be as prepared as possible for, like, the situation to arise that you run into a shiny. I don't know. That's my opinion. Here's a Timber. Oh, there's 2 Timbers. Sweet, we can take them both out. Yeah, this bridge setup is actually really good for this. Holy crap. Gonna leave camera off for a little bit while I slurp some juice, essentially. Okay, smackaroo. Thank goodness I had plenty of Pokemon in Pokemon Home that had Pokerus. Unfortunately, only 2 of them transferable to Pokemon Sword and Shield because reasons. Ugh. Time to Psycho Cut some more Timbers. Timber. I don't know if we'll go as ham on like the potential Inteleon / Sandaconda build, considering, you know, Gallade's like the bread and butter of the whole setup and the most important one, and the Inteleon and Sandaconda, which we might not even need the Sandaconda, especially considering Gallade can learn Double Team and use it. We might not even need that, is a thing. I think about starting a YouTube channel, any tips? Tagging content is like one of the most important things. Like, do research into how to properly tag videos, because a lot of people, even several big channels, tag their videos incorrectly and therefore don't get as much exposure as they potentially can with their videos. I would say absolutely one of the most important things to know as like a YouTuber is how to tag videos properly, which takes like a little bit of research, but typically isn't too hard once you kind of understand the general premise and idea of it. Basically, the simple version is the mistake that a lot of people make when they tag their videos is they do like individual word tags. Like when this is uploaded later, my tags could, for example, be like Pokemon, Sword, Shield, stuff like that, all individual things. Crown, Tundra, Shiny, Hunting. You don't want to do that. You see, what tags actually do is it basically tries to be the equivalent of what somebody's searching for in the search bar, like as a whole thing, not individual words. So if I put in like Pokemon Sword and Shield, Crown, Tundra, Shiny Hunting as one of my tags, as one long multi-word tag, then my video might show up if somebody types in Pokemon Sword and Shield, Crown, Tundra, Shiny Hunting. But if I typed in Pokemon, Sword, Shield, Crown, like all individual words, then my video is only gonna come up if somebody searches one of those like individual words. And if they do search up one of those individual words, my video is gonna get drowned out by like constant other things anyway, so like why would I even bother doing that? So the best tags for videos are typically anywhere from like 2 to 4 words long. And essentially, when tagging your content, you want to basically think, what kind of words or short term or phrase would somebody search for in the YouTube search bar to find my video, is basically what you want to consider. That's basically the simple version about that. And I've used extensions in the past that let me see like more specific data of YouTube videos that I watch. But oh, there's another timber here. And I see even bigger channels making the mistake of doing single word tags, which, you know, probably hurts them a bit, so be aware of that kind of thing. But yeah, get ready to get DMCA'd by breathing. I sure hope not. I sure hope not. And I appreciate that there, Luna. What if I get a shiny? Well, I wouldn't have false swipe at the ready, but it'd only be level 12, so I'd probably just chuck Pokeballs until I'd get it, and it'd probably work just fine, because the catch rate of these things wouldn't be half bad. Like, I highly doubt I'd find a shiny here, but if I do, I could probably just chuck standard Pokeballs at it until getting it just fine. Yeah, it's gonna be the Diglett. Dang it. I'm thinking about doing a roller coaster channel, like Roller Coaster Tycoon, play games like RCT3, PC, and Switch and Planet Coaster. Gotcha, so you'd actually have like some direction to it. More direction than I have with mine, it sounds like. I mean, it was only earlier this year that I started giving it the direction of like, okay, my brand is playthroughs and video essays, those two things. But anybody who like really looks into like the history of my channel sees that I tried out a lot of different types of content trying to find my niche before I settled on that. I have a lot of different things on my channel, trying them out to see if that was like my kind of content. And eventually I found something I could settle on. Which is better, this one or Diglett Alola? The only difference is like 3 strands of hair on the top, so I mean, I don't really have any preference either way myself. Is the thing. They're kind of just the same-ish. Let's go ahead and Psycho Cut that timber. Boopity bop. Alright, drank another glass of juice. My throat definitely feels a bit better, to say the least. How many timbers we got over here? Alright, probably do RCT World, but maybe not that game. RCT World sucks. Okay, on my channel is like is a playthrough of RCT World. We got to like the 9th level or something like that, or like the 10th. And the 10th level, which is like the final of the first set, the first world essentially. The only objective I had left was to get the park rating up. So I literally took out as much of a loan as I could, built as much as I could, including scenery items. And then once I did everything I could with all my funds, I made literally everything in the entire park free, and the park rating still didn't get up high enough to like pass the objective. Apparently they didn't like communism, where everything was everything was just available to them, I guess. So well, so that just shows you how like flawed that game is, when all you need to do is get a park like rating up, and making literally everything in the park free doesn't do that. You've got a problem with your game. So I used to do like a part of that playthrough like every few months as a new content creator, but then I started like, I haven't done it in a while. I usually only do it for like special events. Usually be for a charity stream like this or something like that, but not doing it today or anything like that. So so there's that. But I do technically have a playthrough series of Roller Coaster Tycoon World on my channel that goes up until like the 10th level and got stumped there and hasn't actually continued since. But maybe will someday. Maybe will someday. This is the last timber I can take out for now, is the thing. But yeah, let's see here. And there's a wig on the Alola one. No, that's Doug Trio, is what it is. Alolan Diglett only has like a few little strands of hair is all it is. It's only Doug Trio that later gets a whole crazy hairdo. Well, let's go ahead and check Gallade's stats. Are you winning, son? Well, let's find out here, Lancer. We did have 314 attack, and we are currently at 350. So we just need to take out 27 more timbers, I guess. We'll have to go heal like a Pokemon Center, is the thing. So we'll probably like head out of here and get those move uses back. Dang, and 2 timbers right there. Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll go to a Pokemon Center, and then we'll come back here, and then we'll finish off maxing out that attack so that this Gallade's False Swipe, you know, hits as hard as is possible for it to hit. Oh, we could probably just bike down to the Pokemon Center here. Probably be faster than flying anyway, most likely. So let's skedaddle through here, just like that. Go heal up, and head on in. You forgot getting a Diglett and the Trio mixed up. I remember seeing this meme this one time. I'm pretty sure it's in my folder for like things to go live if I go live with Pokemon, where it was somebody posting online and it showed a picture of Brock kind of holding this pedestal that had like a Doug Trio on it, and the person who posted it had a caption of like, why are people still arguing about what's under Doug Trio? And someone responded being like, are you telling me that there's a Brock under every Doug Trio and Diglett? Every Doug Trio and Diglett, there's really Brock underneath it. I got this shiny Zeraora. Nice. I'm pretty sure I have that somewhere in my Pokemon home there. Nearly 3 a.m. Bit of different time zones here. Still nowhere near that late here. Ooh, let's not run into you, but let's run into the timber. So I apparently need to take out about like 27 more, you guys, is the thing. So time to keep on smacking away. And because this is a 24-hour stream, and we've been streaming for 14 hours and 15 minutes now, I'm gonna briefly be right back, honestly. Because sometimes you gotta do things when... Where's my... There's the thing. Sometimes you gotta do things when you're doing things for 24 hours. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes probably. That's why they can learn Brock Tomb. Exactly. They learn Brock Tomb. I'll be back in like 2 minutes, maybe less. right, like I said, it'd be quick. I'm back again. We're gonna go kill some more timbers and keep on getting this attack stat up as high as possible to have like the hardest hitting potential false swipe. Is what we're gonna do. Keep on smacking them is what we better do. So I guess we need to use up all of like one of these moves and then 7 of another to add up to like that total of 27. I mean, we'll probably do a couple more after that just to be safe, just in case my calculations were wrong. Just in case 377 isn't our cap that we're going up towards. But we'll see. Y'all missed me. Missed the freaking timber smacking shenanigans as we go around here smacking all. Hey, double timber. Heck yeah. Let's go smack them both. Is what we'll do. Man, imagine if battles could be like ultra fast when you're doing stuff like this. Kind of like how in Fire Emblem Awakening starting out this stream, we had combat animations off completely and it just stayed on like the overworld. Imagine if you could just like input a move in the overworld here and just like take out stuff and run by and do things super fast, but alas, there is that. In some other Pokemon news, something else that I can showcase that I've been working on lately. So a streamer friend of mine and one of the mods here that I'm sure a lot of you know, Shuck or Stormywine Corvidae, we've been talking recently about potentially, when our schedules allow it, maybe trying out a Soul Link of Pokemon Sun and Moon, which would be like really spicy and oi, dang it, you spawned and then you despawned. Gosh darn it, this is the longest you ever watched me. This is one of the longest times I've ever streamed, considering it's only been done like twice before as well. But yeah, we were talking about potentially doing something like that at some point. And like, it probably wouldn't be for a good while. We need both our schedules to get sorted out. My GameCube would have to be like less crazy, and like it definitely can't be anytime soon for me. But whenever I have like an idea, like some sort of a creative idea of some sort, and want to like create something or like visualize what's in my head, then I just have to go out and do it. So earlier this week, I spent a few hours working on a layout idea for doing that, like a single stream layout. I can show what I've been working on here. Go for 24 hours and 1 minute knows. Let's see here. Let's just call it like test 1 because I'll delete it soon after anyway. Yeah, let's keep on using Psycho Cut. Yeah, so I decided to work on a layout idea for if we did do something like that, for what it would look like. And what I came up with was this, where basically the idea is it's kind of split down the middle for like the two halves, and you have the top screen and the bottom screen for each player. You have all 6 of their Pokemon with them numbered like that, so you know like who's linked to who and such. On the bottom, on one side, you have the list of Z crystals that would be like grayed out when they're unobtained, and then once they're obtained, they actually light up like that in order. So like the final product would essentially like look like that, basically, like once everything is obtained, if it would even be possible to get that far. So it would be like an easy way for anybody stopping in and viewing to like tell progression, essentially, to see how far we are and stuff. And then the open space on the left side could be the space for the chat box and stuff like that. So that's what I've been brainstorming and putting together and stuff lately. I originally made that Pokeball design off of my kind of Pokeball template that I made a while back, with the idea being like it would be a layout where there's 6 Pokeballs at the bottom, and then like the top half would be the sun version one, and the bottom half would be like the moon version equivalent, to show all the pairs like that. So that's why the top half is orange, the bottom half is blue, and then the center bit is supposed to like use the colors of like the center of each of those logos to look almost kind of like a galaxy, almost like those logos. But then I settled on a layout like this instead, so I might potentially swap those out for like the other kind of standard Pokeball design that I have, is what I'm thinking. But yeah, so if we do something like that in the future, that's kind of the layout that I've been working on and leaning towards. Again, if it is something that happens, it wouldn't be for quite a good while anyway, but if it does get underway, that's what I've been working on in terms of like, you know, doing some stuff with the creative juices and stuff. I just realized I'm still using the zoomed in thing from when we were playing Skyward Sword earlier. We can do this. Whoops. Whoops, because Skyward Sword kind of has like a whole bunch of black space around the outside, or just with the Wii in general, so we did this zoomed in thing. but the actual game's like this. So whoops, I thought it looked a little bit off on OBS. Whoops, I apologize for that. The entire game has been slightly zoomed in this entire time. Oops. Well, now it's the right aspect ratio, so oops. I kind of forgot about that. Whoopsie doopsie, forgot that Skyward Sword was a little zoomed in when we used a different video capture for that. So many timbers to take out. It's super effective. I mean, doing this kind of thing is kind of tedious, but for somebody who spends like tens or even hundreds of hours shiny hunting, doing this takes maybe like 2 hours, something like that. It'll probably take me at that, maybe a little bit less, honestly. So anybody who spends like tens or hundreds of hours shiny hunting and doesn't take like 1 to 2 hours just to do this is like, why do you do the things you do? Kind of like, why do I play Skyward Sword on hero mode with a Wiimote rifle? Or play Fire Emblem Awakening on Lunatic Plus Classic and try the Apotheosis map? But all things that we've done anyway. Why did Automod hold that as a freaking message? Held a message for a reason. Identity. Okay, well, let's hit allow so the message shows up. But yeah, anyway, Tara, you gotta go to bed. Good night. Alright, I appreciate you stopping by hanging out. Hope you have a good night, Tara. I don't know why Automod held that message. Apparently, you're not allowed to say that you're going to bed in that way, or else Twitch's Automod is gonna freaking catch you. Oh! Apparently, it just added a permitted term. So apparently, it didn't like the last word. Apparently, Automod specifically didn't like the NNIIGG, apparently. Which, I guess makes sense, but what about the HHTT after that didn't even account for it? It just... I hit allow, and then it tells me in the chat here, Acoustic Harmonia used / add permitted term, NNIIGG. Like, what about the H? I don't understand. Twitch is, like, weird sometimes. I don't get it. Yeah, Automod says no sleep. No sleep for you. You have to stick around as long as I'm shit. No, don't do that. No sleep for me, maybe. But anybody watching can leave and sleep whenever they want. I'm just gonna be here for the next, 10 hours, basically. Gonna be here for, like, 10 hours more. So, I mean, there's that. That is that. Keep on taking out these timbers and stuff. Oh, timbers! We must destroy you! You'll sleep after? Not after the 10 hours, I hope, because that's a long time. And Twitch can't spell and thinks you're racist. Yeah, Twitch, doesn't really understand words a lot of the time. That sure seems like can't sleep. Oh, and I probably won't be able to sleep after this. I'm either going to sleep like a rock or I won't be able to go to sleep. Something that I've learned from my first 2 24-hour charity streams that I did last year is, like, towards the end of it, like, around the time that there's, like, 3 or so hours left, maybe 4 or 3 hours left, I typically wind up getting, like, so tired and so destroyed. But then during, like, the last hour or two, like, I'm just still awake again because my body just, like, gives up on trying to put me to sleep. It's like, screw it, guess you're staying awake. What hour number are we at? We're on hour 14 right now. We've technically been live for 14.5 hours, but that's just because I had, like, the starting soon screen this up for half an hour starting at, like, 5:30 before we, like, properly start at 6. And I was, like, frantically eating breakfast during that time. So technically we've been live for 14.5 hours if you count, like, this screen here. But, like, we were just, like, on that screen for half an hour just playing music while I was eating breakfast and getting things ready. So if you don't include that, like, first half an hour, we're on the 14th hour right now, is a thing. 14.5 if you include that little bit, but that's, like, before it started. Like, we're gonna be ending things off at 6 a.m. for Sunday, not at whenever me being live says 24 hours, because that would be, you know, half an hour early. Oh yeah, I've eaten plenty of meals as this has gone on. I've made sure to stay healthy and stuff. I should probably be drinking a bit more. My throat is definitely hurting a little bit. But yeah, definitely been eating as it's been going on. We've had to take, like, breaks between certain games for stuff like that. Or during Skyward Sword, I would literally go into, like, silence for a while because, no, actually, I woke up a little bit before 5 a.m. so that I could have an hour to prepare. And it seems like that probably wasn't even enough. I'll probably, if I do something like this in the future at 6 a.m., I'd probably have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. so I have more time to, like, prepare before it starts, because we were already a little bit late to the stream. It was supposed to start at 6 a.m. and it wound up starting at like 6:10 a.m. or something like that, because I couldn't get stuff ready fast enough, because I had to prepare like all the going live notifications from throughout the day, and then we had to and then I had to like frantically eat breakfast while that was all going on. I had to actually set up the stream itself and a whole bunch of stuff is the thing. But if you're going to bed then, Luna, I hope you have a good night. We're gonna keep on taking out timbers here and see what happens. Can't we wake up at 7 properly? I mean, you know, something very interesting is I could actually barely even sleep last night. Like, I would have like, it was one of those nights where it's like you can't stop thinking about things, and therefore you basically, oh, interesting, and you basically never fall asleep. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything like that about me before. But, okay, here's another timber here. Anyway, it was one of those nights where it's like you can't stop thinking and you just like stay awake for long periods of time. So last night, I would only fall asleep for spans of like an hour to an hour and a half, and then just wake up again, and then just be like stuck awake again. And every time I fell asleep, I actually dreamed that I was in the middle of like the 24-hour charity stream that had yet to start. I don't know why, and I also can't believe I forgot to mention this on this 24-hour charity stream until now, but literally last night, I would only fall asleep in spurts of like an hour to an hour and a half, and every time I did, I dreamt that I was streaming a different game, and that it was during like this 24-hour charity event. And some of the things that I dreamt I was streaming weren't even things that were on my schedule. I think the one thing that I dreamt that I was playing that's actually on my schedule is Breath of the Wild. I don't even remember what the other things are in my dream, just like stuff that wasn't on the schedule anyway. There might have been some Skyward Sword in there, because I guess my mind was in anticipation of doing that with the Wiimote rifle and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna turn off my camera again and drink some more juice, because holy crap, my throat is dying. Help me. Ah, another timber here. No, the freaking Diglett was like, get down, Mr. President. I will protect you from this timber murdering maniac. My, oh my. Okay. Let's go run into timber here. Drink some juice. I have to be careful my headphones don't fall off as I like tilt my head back to like the drink and stuff like that. Let's let go cut. Yeah, for the other stats, we'll probably just use stat boosting items, but may as well use this timber strap for like maxing out attacks since we're here and have a rhythm and stuff anyway. May as well. Ah, double timber. You love to see it. Some nice RNG there, let me tell you. Once this event is done, I can guarantee that I won't be able to properly speak for a few days after this. Like, my voice is just gonna be gone. Like, the following morning, I probably will barely be able to speak. That's something that I found was a problem in my past 2 charity streams. And even when I took a break for like half an hour to eat food before we started with Pokemon Sword and Shield here, even then I noticed coming in like, man, my voice was basically gone, and that was just from half an hour away. That's what constant talking for what will eventually be 24 hours does to your voice. So I hope I don't need to talk to too many people within the next several days, because my speaking is going to be very limited. Hey, a timber! Another one. Now, there's 28 minutes to go for the stream. Getting there, bit by bit. We're gonna hit that 24 hours. I know that there's some people out there that, like, can't possibly do a, like, 24-hour stream at all. Like, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to when I, like, first decided to attempt my first one last year. But now I know I've done them before and I can do them. I think it depends on, like, everybody's own body when it comes to them streaming for 24 hours, if it's something possible for them. Like, nowadays, I know for sure that it's something possible for me. I know my body doesn't like it, but I can do it. So I do feel much more confident about 24-hour streams nowadays than I used to. I mean, we haven't done one in exactly a year since we did one, like, last year on this day. We were gonna do one in May of this year as well, but then kind of didn't get around to it and things. things get busy as they do, I suppose, but at least we did this one like super impromptu and out of nowhere. This has been like the least prepared I've ever been for like one of my charity events ever on this channel. It was kind of out of nowhere. I didn't have a lot of preparation time. It's one of the reasons why I was late this morning. But yeah, research what happens when you talk for 24 hours. Modi shakes head in quiet. Oh, I know, I'll be feeling it tomorrow. Oh, and speaking of tomorrow, I was about to say maybe I shouldn't stream for a few days after this, but I actually am probably going to be streaming tomorrow because we're probably going to be doing some scheduled Pikmin 2 stuff with Uneven Pictures and Chublima. So I'll see what my voice sounds like during that. And if it sucks, I might leave commentary mostly up to those two because it's certainly going to be something. And yeah, Frecky stops by here sometimes. Indeedly do. Keep on using some things here. Bam, get swifted. Get swifted, no. Okay, neato. Couple more timbers to go here, or a few at least. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, those are just a couple rolled coolies there, is the thing. Here's one. Here's one to smackaroo. Oh, think about other stuff that I might do for charity events. At some point, once I wrap up, like, Watch Dogs Legion, I'm thinking about potentially, for some future charity event, doing, like, an Iron Man max difficulty playthrough of that game or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Gonna charge your phone. Alright, sounds good, Anima. Couldn't you just delay that stream a day? Well, when you stream with, like, 2 other people, it has to be days that work for, like, everybody. And we used to have those streams scheduled on Mondays, but Shublim is gonna be like occupied on Mondays for a little while into the near future with stuff that's come up. So that's the tricky thing about like doing streams that involve 3 people all together, is it needs to be times that work for like everybody's schedule. Is the thing. That was some nice juice. Definitely helps my throat a little bit. Nice, nice. Besides, then I get to showcase exactly what events like this do to my voice. Alright, let's go ahead and check Pokemon here. Turn my camera back on now. Check summary. So we're at 380. So not only were my calculations wrong in terms of how many moves to use, but my calculations were wrong in terms of like what the cap is. So is 380 the cap, or does it go past that? I wonder. Also, what is this? I've been seeing this sparkling for a while, and it's been bugging me. Man, throat still hurts a bit. But yeah, actually experimenting on yourself. My, oh my. Head on down here. Hey, here's a timber. Hi, friend. Hi there, friend. We'll take out like 2 more and see if it like affects the stats, or if it's capped out at 380. Is what we'll do. We'll just like make sure that we've hit the cap. Just be extra safe about it. Make sure that this attack step isn't gonna get any higher, and that our false swipe is not gonna get any stronger. Therefore, so like, why do you have to wait for that? Alright, here it's affecting my voice. Nah. Oh, dang it. There's a thing over there. I'm sure it'll be like super evident towards the end of this. Towards the end of this stream, as it has been the past couple 24-hour charity streams. I'm sure of that. I could probably load up some of the videos of like the ends of the last couple ones, considering they all have their own playlists on YouTube and such as well. So I could probably load up some of the finale ones of those ones just to hear what I sound like in those, like in anticipation of what to expect here in the near-ish future. Yeah, one more Swift. We'll check if the stat went above 380 or if we've maxed it out. This is what we shall do. So, let's go ahead and check here. What is your attack stat at? No, it's still going. I'll take out a few more, I guess. 382. Those 2 each counted. My calculations were completely off. My goodness. Well, there's 2 more to take out over here. So how high are we gonna get this attack stat anyway, I wonder? How high is it gonna be? Well, let's go ahead and Swift. That's what we do. We could use up the rest of these Swifts and see if they all count. Like, I'm really glad that we got the Macho Brace and Pokerus, so each one of these battles is giving us like a full point towards attack, instead of, you know, 1/4 of a point like it would normally give if we weren't using the Macho Brace or Pokerus. So like, let's go ahead and take you out. So we were at like 282, I believe. So will we now be at 284? Or did it cap out? It's got to be capping out here like pretty soon, if I had to guess. Yeah, 383 instead of 384. So like, I'll take out one more just to be extra safe. Make sure that our experiment is properly tested and such. Is what we shall do. And just make sure that it stays at 383 and make sure that that is the cap. So it should have already been at 384, I believe, unless I got my numbers mixed up. So we're just gonna do this to like ensure that I didn't get my numbers mixed up. Is what we will do. Like that. There we go. And let's see if it stays at 383 and therefore that being maxed out. So yeah, 383, so it is maxed out. The other thing that we probably want to dump like a whole bunch of points into and probably max out would be defense then, because like speed, we should be outspeeding anything when we're at level 100 anyway, and the highest level of stuff that we'd be going after with this Gallade would probably be 70 anyway. So like that 196 speed should be like more than enough anyway. Like I see no reason why we should need to raise that. It's not like this is a competitive Gallade, it's a shiny hunting Gallade, and I appreciate the compliment there, Luna. So yeah, I feel like adding the other points into defense, because special defense is so much higher than defense, just so that Gallade can like stay in there longer as I'm chucking Pokeballs and the opponent Pokemon's constantly spamming attacks, since there's like that big discrepancy in special defense and defense. I think that's where the other stat that will max out, and then we get like 1 point in like one other stat, which I guess should be like special defense or something, if I recall how that all works. So apparently we can use Blipbug, Duskull, and Glossifor, and even then Frecky then. Let's see here, hold on a hot ticker. Alright, so we can do defense with Roly-Coly. Oh, and there's some here, almost guaranteed on Route 3 directly south of Galar Mine. But we already have them here in Galar Mine anyway. So if we can literally use the same spot to get defense up there, like we can, hold on, maybe we should test it out. I'm gonna save first before I screw my EVs around in some way. So let's see. So we just saved, and it's currently at 166. 166 is the current value, and I'm gonna save again because my brain tells me that I didn't save before, even though it knows I did. So 166, huh? If they have Sturdy, that would suck. They better not have Sturdy. So let's see here. Because yeah, if I can literally just use them on like the exact same spot and the whole same setup here, that would be like the most perfect thing. So it's at 166, so let's just make sure that they give defense. So it should be 167 defense now. Is what it should be. Let's just double check that. 167 defense. Well, we were killing Timbers, but we've now maxed out on attack. So now we're gonna max out our defense on Roly-Colies is the next order of business. And then we can put like 1 point into one other stat, which I guess would be like special defense, I guess. Or something, if I remember how EVs work. I'm pretty sure you can like max out 2 stats and then have 1 more point and 1 extra stat after that. I think, if I recall. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this, so I don't know for sure. So I honestly don't quite know. But I think that's how it is. I'm fairly certain. Yes, let's run into you. The Timbers will leave B for now. We've moved on to a new target. We've moved on to a new one. A greater adversary awaits, and it's the Roly-Colies. So we're gonna be taking them out for a while. I'm actually gonna put my legs up on my juice fridge that's underneath my desk because they need to stretch out because they've been bent for like 3,000 years. while we've been doing this. Oh man. I don't know how my body's gonna be feeling after this. Hold on, let's just double check here. Look at our defense. Yeah, 169. Nice, nice. Alright. Yeah. We're taking out roly-colies now. So, sometimes you do what you gotta do. I don't think I'll give this same amount of attention to the Inteleon. And I was potentially thinking about having a third Pokemon of like a Sandaconda to be able to like spam Sand Attack on the enemy and spam Minimize itself. Just so that I could say they're chucking Pokeballs without ever having to worry about the opponent hitting me. But Gallade with Double Team, like Double Team spamming that several times should already be more than enough to dodge like almost everything without even having to lower the opponent's accuracy if you get enough Double Teams out there. So yeah, we might just do that, and it might just be our shiny hunting team might just be a team of 2, Inteleon and Gallade, with Inteleon's whole purpose just to be to use Soak to change the opponent to a water type so that False Swipe hits it for like normal effectiveness, and so that the opponent can't use stab moves, and then to like U-turn out and switch to Gallade. So I think it's just gonna be like a tag team where Inteleon just serves the purpose of soaking and then getting out of there. So like Inteleon doesn't need anywhere near as much attention. In fact, I could probably even just use my regular Inteleon that I had throughout like the playthrough. Probably. Like no biggie since I don't have to worry too much about that. But this will be like our dedicated Gallade. I used to have a dedicated Gallade somewhere. Like back in the X and Y days. I don't think it had the same amount of attention put into it. Like make everything as perfect as possible. Because I then later did that with a Smeargle anyway. But, you know, I can't transfer that Smeargle over here. So this Gallade it is instead. Is the thing. Alright, so we'll take out these couple Roly-Colies, then we'll go back to the Pokemon Center. And we'll get a whole nother set of 40 moves ready, and then we'll take out like 40 more Roly-Colies. This is what we'll do. Alright, so you're the last one of this wave. And then we're gonna go heal up and get ready for another wave of onslaught with this madness. Is what we shall do. Boopity bop, there goes the Roly-Coly. Goodbye! And then get some points there. So let's sneak on through here. Oh, I could just hop on the bike to make it a little bit faster. It looks almost like winter out there. Like from inside the cave. It looks very much like winter outside here in Canada. Is the thing. I'm going a little too far. That is towards the gym. We need to go towards the Pokemon Center. Let's go ahead and get our move uses back so that we can go ahead and take out a whole bunch more of those Roly-Colies so we can get defense up just so that Gallade can like stick in the game a bit longer when going after any potential shinies. Is the thing. So let's go ahead and check these stats. Check summary. Yeah, defense is getting up there. Definitely getting up there. It was at 166, now it's at 174. I'm also gonna save again. Is what I'll do. Let's do that, how about? And then we'll skedaddle here. Okay, boopity bop, away we go. Let's skedaddle on this way. This way we go. Okay, Galar mine. There's gonna be one of those dudes going by. Yeah, so I'll avoid him. And then, hopefully that's not the... Okay, it's not the Diglett. Nice. Nice, nice. Wild Roly-Coly, let's just keep on smackarooing them is what we'll do. And then, this level 100 perfect IV and EV trained Gallade will be our ultimate shiny hunter machine. That should have been Smeargle, but doesn't exist in this game. But considering we don't have Smeargle and can't have Smeargle, this is like the next best thing that we can have, essentially. Oh nice, we got a couple here. You love to see it. Wild Roly-Coly. Go on, Gallade. I mean, as things go on, I could always be like talk less. That would be easier on my throat and stuff, but like, you know, I always try to be as entertaining of a content creator as I can by always talking. But I mean, it's not like there's a whole lot going on here. I'm mostly repeating myself about things at this point anyway. Maybe I'll find some more juice. Do I have any more water in this bottle? I have like a swig. I have like a swig here that I could take. Did I take out both of them? Yeah, I guess so. So then over here, they seem to spawn more frequently than the timbers, I think, so this should be a little bit faster in theory. In theory. Well, there goes my water supply for now. I have plenty of juice in my fridge under me if need be. Oh yeah, at some point I might get rid of this juice fridge. Maybe. Because it's possible that in the near future, in the room over, we might be getting a new fridge and I could potentially put stuff in there. Like, it wouldn't be as convenient as right under my desk. But the reason why I don't like this fridge under here too much is because it's loud as heck. Especially while I'm like trying to sleep. Like, it's so loud. It's easily the loudest thing in this whole room. So I might get rid of it just for the noise. Even though it's kind of cool having like a juice fridge under my desk. It's so noisy. So I might do that at some point. Maybe. Let's go ahead and skedaddle this way. Nope, not one there. Yeah, this setup of going back and forth is freaking great. My goodness. What a perfect place to max out attack or defense stats. This worked out wonderfully for this Gallade, didn't it? This worked out perfectly, didn't it? Absolutely wunderbar. But again, if we had horde battles like in Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire or something like that, could literally be taking out 5 at once. I remember I used to have some Pokemon that were dedicated for doing that, with moves like Surf and stuff like that. And you get EVs from 5 at once, instead of doing this and running around to a whole bunch individually, which is kind of annoying. You gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I don't understand how, like, after I completed the Pokédex a while, like, so many years ago, I was originally thinking about getting into, like, competitive a little bit. But I don't understand how people can have, like, the patience for this for, like, entire teams, and then they want to, like, change things up a little bit, and they'll do it for, like, an entirely new team, stuff like that. Like, you gotta have so much time on your hands for that. And then so much of competitive Pokemon itself is literally just, like, a crazy guessing game. Like, if I were to get into a game competitively, it would either be, like, Smash Bros. Or something like that, because that's fun. And, like, the few tournaments I've been to have actually been pretty fun. And, or if I wanted to get into something competitively as, like, a speedrunner, it'd probably be Breath of the Wild, considering how much I can break that game in half. But Pokemon competitively, I don't think I could ever see myself doing that, just because it's, like, so much of it is just, like, guessing, stuff like that. And I'd rather not attribute too much to that. Like, of course, things like, say, Smash will also have, like, guessing attributed to them. But, like, it's not all the game is. I would argue that literally all a competitive Pokemon is literally just guessing. Pretty much. That's the way I see it, at least. That's the way I see it. There's also, like, strategy with, like, team composition and stuff like that. Maybe use that fridge when you do 24-hour streams like this, so you don't have to constantly get up for drinks and disconnect it otherwise, since you can go to the bigger fridge. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea. I could always potentially put the other computer that I've sort of been working on building in here, in the space, if this fridge was actually taken out. But, like, that computer that I've been building, if it does come to life one day, it's not going to be for a little while anyway. And then I'd have to, like, change my setup, because I currently have my laptop over there. Would I then put an extra monitor, and it'd be a monitor just for that computer? Where would I have space for a second keyboard then? It's like, I don't know what my setup would be. I have no idea. All that's for certain is all the roly-colies must die. That is all I know for certain. Well. And that includes you, good sir. You are next. All for the sake of buffing this Gallade's defense stat. To be the ultimate Pokemon catching Pokemon, essentially, is this Gallade's role. And this is the training course to do so. Man, I wish there was a better way to get EVs up in this game. I mean, there technically is with, like, the items for it. But then you gotta get, like, the funds to buy those, and then where do you grind that? Where do you grind those in-game funds, you know? Either way, you gotta be grinding for 3,000 years somewhere. And this is taking much longer than I thought. Thought everything would. But then we can keep this Gallade until the end of time, And if I do wind up doing like shiny hunts or like reset stuff like that in between rounds of DBD for something to do in between rounds of DBD, then we'll have this level 100 Gallade with stats that are literally perfected for the purpose of catching other Pokemon. Then that would be fantastic, and then I'd feel like super confident about my abilities to go after a shiny without having to worry about like the crazy jank that can happen if you go into something like that unprepared, you know? Is what we would be able to do. Okay, keep on taking them out. I just realized the other Pokemon in my party is like the fully evolved form of one of these. And you just have to watch as I take them out one by one with Gallade. Watch as they fall before me, puny mortals. Ow. Goodbye, roly-coly. So, yeah, it looks like we're... Wait, what time is it currently? Getting 190 watts, apparently. This has gone on longer than I thought it would. Yeah, until 9 p.m. So apparently we only have half an hour left. Oh, 2 roly-coly spawned beside me. It's currently 8:30 p.m. So we technically only have half an hour left in the Pokemon Sword and Shield time slot. This took me longer than I thought it was going to. I was planning on actually putting like a team together. It looks like we're just gonna get like Gallade done in this time. I mean, I might just put Soak on my own like Inteleon with nowhere near perfected stats and just call it a day. Just put U-turn and Soak onto that Inteleon or some Inteleon or something. Maybe put it in with that Ditto for a couple cycles so it has like at least some decent IVs, like just because, for it to be a different Inteleon or something like that. So yeah, this Sword and Shield stuff has gone on longer than I thought it would. So yeah, literally Among Us in like half an hour. Again, anybody who wants to hop in, as long as I like recognize your name and you've been like around here before, you can hop on in. Basically, all that means is if anybody like shows up into the stream who I've literally never seen before and asks to hop in, I'll probably be like, probably not. We've had bad experiences in the past with that. But basically anybody who I know can hop on in. Hopefully there's like enough interest in that kind of thing, because if there isn't, then like if turnout freaking is non-existent, then we might have to find something else for the time slot. But we'll see. So hopefully there's enough people who are prepared to hop into shenanigans with that. I hope. Also, with how much I've been drinking for like the sake of my throat, I might also have to take another like 1 minute break again, considering I've been like drinking so much to alleviate my throat a bit. So yeah, I'll be back in like a minute. All right, I'm back again. Sounds like we're listening to some Great Canyon. I love Great Canyon. It's so good. Okay, well, back into it. Hey, look, a roly-poly. Look at that. Look at that. One right there. Another one for us to delete. My goodness. But yeah, so I guess this is just going to be all about how to make a freaking basically perfected Pokemon catching Pokemon 101 in Gallade. Like a truly perfect one would be freaking Smeargle if it was possible, as I keep saying. But it is what it is. Well, anyone's over here. I need to like approach this one slowly so I don't like walk into anyone accidentally. Is kind of the thing. Roly-goly. What makes you so roly-goly? Spam some Swift. This is Audistry Music's remix, I believe. Like, just from trusting my ears. Yep. Looks like. I know a lot of Great Canyon remixes, but I'm typically able to identify which one it is by listening to it. Because, like, everybody has their own unique flavor and style to their remixes. And makes it in their own unique way, and it's cool and stuff like that. And this is probably one of my favorites in terms of Great Canyon remixes. I would say. This is probably up there for my favorites in Great Canyon remixes from PMD1. Well, consider yourself smackarood, roly-goly. Consider it done. Man, imagine if this whole 24-hour charity stream was just something like this. Like, I didn't know exactly what I was going to be getting into. Like, I didn't even think about, like, the EV training part before getting into this. So I wasn't 100% certain what to expect. I just planned on, like, putting a team together for this kind of thing. And creating some specialists like this. I didn't know 100% what I'd be getting myself into with that. I just kind of did it impromptu. And see if Among Us, it could be DBD if the turn is low. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Could well be if there's not a massive turnout. We shall see what it's like. We shall see indeed. But yeah, anyway, when it comes to this, and I mean not knowing what to expect with this, imagine if the entire 24-hour stream was just like this or stuff like this. Man, I would lose my mind so fast and pass out from freaking boredom before I pass out from sleepiness. So like, oh man, Game Freak, why don't you have it be easier to do things like gain EVs, huh? Why isn't it just easier? Easier than doing this? Okay, yoink. By yoink, I mean you're gonna get swifted. My, oh my. Well. Let's go ahead and, whoops, that is the B button. I need to press the A button on Swift, and then there goes the roly-poly. Goodbye. That is another defense point for me and my Gallade. So that Gallade gets tankier when it comes to, like, receiving hits from potential shinies and being able to last longer and stuff. Let's run into you. Is what we better do. A wild roly-poly. Let's go ahead and Swift. Like this. It's not very effective. Sure seems like it, huh? Sure seems like it wasn't very effective, huh? Just 2 timbers. I need double roly-polies or something. That's what I could do with. I think I heard one over here. Yeah, I heard one. Don't know what the other one just spawned over here was. Hopefully another one of these guys. Hopefully. Like, I mean, I guess this process could be, like, much slower than it is, but I mean... goodbye, roly-poly. Not nice to know you. After all this, it's possible that Colossal might, like, get a level up. After all of his shenanigans are through. Just from taking out so many of these dudes. Just from taking out countless of them. Okay. More Swifts. More Swifts to be done. smackaroo them. And then we go up this way. As always, that is not a roly-poly. These are double roly-polies. You love to see it. If only I could, like, double battle them and take them both out at once with, like, a surf or something. I don't know. Oh, wait, but I'm used to the EXP share and freaking Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire strategy. It would have to be a, like, multi-hit, not a multi-hit, a multi-target move that Gallade would be able to learn. In this case, I don't know. Okay, well, but yeah, so I've been awake for, like, I guess a little bit over 16 hours now. So it's basically at the point where it's like, I've basically got a full day in. And like would normally be ready to conk out around this time in terms of total hours awake. But we're still gonna be going for how many hours? Oh, dang it. Well, it's currently 8:39, and we'd be going until 6 a.m. So yeah, definitely a while longer. Still got like 7 some hours. Still got a while to go. 8 hours. Jeez, I can't numbers apparently. Apparently cannot. Wait, in 56 minutes? It couldn't be 56 minutes. It would have to be like in 20 minutes. Wait, no, freaking. So 20 minutes would bring it up to 9 a.m. And then it would be like 3. Oh, it'd be like, wouldn't it be 9 hours then? Based off the stream timer? Oh, well, the stream started half an hour early for like our starting soon screen, just playing music before we started. The actual events taking place are meant to be like 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. Our stream was up just playing music for like half an hour before things started. Is the thing. Okay, we got a couple over here. We got a couple over here, a smackaroo. Also, why does my brain tell me that the last thing that we took out was something that wasn't a roly-poly? I don't know why my brain's telling me that. I really hope that's not the case. Well. Keep on smackarooing them. Getting these defense points up and stuff. Get them up there. Roly-poly. But in my eyes, that right there is a defense point. That ain't a roly-poly, that's a point in the defense stat. That I will happily yoink. Is the thing. Take that, thank you. And then down this way. Non-stop crazy back and forth. For constant defense points. At least this was in the the exact same place as the timber. So at 30 minutes, it's roughly 9 hours 20. But yeah, that makes way more sense. So we've still got quite a bit to go. Still more than like a full workday essentially left to go. After doing this for 15 hours. Pretty much. Okay, up we go. Up, up, and away. Let's run into you, Mr. Defense Point. Then I will claim it for my Gallade's defense stat. That's what we will do. So after we've expended all the uses of Swift, we'll check the defense stat, see what it's at. We shall see. I hope Colossal doesn't get a level up. I hope it doesn't take us that long. Before defense is maxed out, that is, not before Swift is done. Just 5 more before Swift is done. When's the stream at 6 a.m. Mountain Time? Indeedly do. That is the plan. So like starting at 12 a.m. we're gonna be switching over to Breath of the Wild. And like I could be doing it for 6 hours, or I could just be switching to anything else after we've done like the Eventide Island challenge, whenever that's done. Basically whatever is gonna like engage me the most as I try to keep myself awake. Essentially. And you know, as I try to do things like extended shield clipping and stuff like that, I don't know if I can pull off frame perfect tricks in Breath of the Wild when my mind just wants to pass out, you know? Like, I can try and we'll see what happens, but I mean, no guarantees. No guarantees on that front. And trying to do Eventide Island without touching the island is gonna be done when I'm like hella tired. So that'll be fun. That'll sure be fun, won't it? Oi! Who spawned over here? Okay. Let's run into you. I've seen so many of you. Let me tell you. I've seen so many of you within this cave. I need to grab a swig again here shortly. Maybe. Perhaps. Is that girl Monia? What, need to get a swig? Am I throat hurting? Or what do you mean? But welcome back, Ketson. Welcome to the Great Roly-Coly Massacre of 2020. Oh, the character in game? Yeah, when we started the Pokemon Sword and Shield series, it was on both Sword and Shield. And we did Sword on Twitch and Shield on YouTube. I mean, the Sword stuff got put on YouTube afterwards anyway. But, like, the Shield playthrough was recording specifically meant, like, for YouTube. And then Sword was the one that was done here on Twitch. So, I have a female trainer in Sword version, and in Shield version, I have a male trainer. Is the thing. But now I get what you're saying there. So we have one of each. One of each game, one of each trainer. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Is the thing. I don't think I'd say 9 hours, 15 minutes is almost at the end. I'm not quite sure I would say that. Yeah, so we'll be switching to Among Us here pretty soon. It's technically scheduled for 15 minutes from now. We should have enough time to wrap up. Maxing out this defense stat, potentially. We might also potentially give some people a little time to, like, hop in for anybody who did want to join in here. Okay, so we're at 214 defense. We'll go heal up. We were at 166 before. What you got for Among Us? I have no idea. We don't have anybody that's, like, down specifically. Like they said, for sure they'll be there. Got a few friends wanting to join. Oh, nice. I mean, like, if we have a decent group here, we'd probably have priority over, like, with the ones that are, like, part of this community here, essentially. Especially considering they're then, like, people that I would know and would be able to, like, mess with more and stuff like that. Hello, Nikki. How are you doing today? Oh, hellos! Oh, and the plan is voice chat and stuff. Is the plan when it comes to that. We'll see how much of a turnout we get here. So, we should still... Whoops. So, hold on. So, I guess my calculation was wrong before. So, hold on. So, we started out at 266, was it? No, wait. 216? Wait, what was it? Well, let me check here. I forget what our starting value was. Oh, it was 166. I'm remembering now looking at it. So, our starting value was 166, and we take 252 and we divide it by 4. Let's see here. 252 divided by 4. Should be 63, and we add that to 166. Maxed out should be 229, but as we found out, I was wrong last time. So, like, I'll just use up, like, all of Psycho Cut and just see what the defense stat is at after we take out, like, 20 more roly-colies, I guess. But yeah, doing fine, how am I? Well, tired, to say the least. I haven't done a stream this long, literally at all this year. Did 2 of them last year, but this is the first one of these this year. So, it's a little bit tiring, a little bit exhausting to say the least, but we're getting through it. Oh, there's not even any dudes I'm looking for this time. Gonna be there so you're down, nice. Yeah, we'll see who else stops in and is planning to hop into the Among Us shenanigans and see what happens. I know that freaking, after all that Ketson's given, like, when it comes to, like, donations earlier this stream, I just know that Ketson in the middle of, like, a game is gonna tell me to, like, blindfold myself or use oven mitts or something like that. I anticipate it. Yeah, I've played Among Us before. Indeedly do. Once. I have a funny moments compilation of Among Us on my YouTube channel, actually. Want to jump into Among Us fun? Figured so. So we have, like, a few here, at least. I know there were mentions from some people earlier, like Shuck, for example, saying, like, maybe if she's around and back in time and stuff like that. So we'll see how schedules work out. I don't know if anyone else wants to, but I know Chublima was saying maybe. So we shall see if things work out. Wild roly-goly. Go, Gallade! Go! Do the things, do a Psycho Cut. Do it for science. Do the Psycho Cut for science, do the critical hit. I'm not sure whether she is or not. We shall see how things work out, I guess. We'll see what happens. Like, with it being like just a little bit over 10 minutes from now, the starting point, I would think that those who like did want to like mark down the schedules as like, all right, time to hop into Among Us here, probably would have like been coming in and like getting ready and prepared around now, but there might not be a whole bunch of people who are available for this. I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. See what happens with it. I must take you out because you will be a defense point for my Gallade. Is the thing. Yeah, there's no way I'd be able to handle doing something like this for 24 hours straight. This is repetitive craziness. I don't know how people who do like competitive Pokemon do this like for so many hours. Like, how do you have the time to do it for so long? My goodness, speaking of time, there's so much stuff I gotta catch up on for school. It's crazy. Another one though. Send out the Gallade. And then we keep on spamming this. But yeah, where's Imposter Cam? He won't miss the chance to be an imposter and end us all. He might miss it. We shall see. We'll see what happens. We'll see who's showing up, essentially. Get one more here. Keep on taking them out over and over again. Get on out there, Gallade. Keep on taking out roly-colies. If only there was some way to automate this. If only. But alas. Keep on going back and forth and taking out the rocks. Hey, there's a rock. Time for you to be taken out. Lovely dinner. I mean, I'm gonna take your defense point and add it to my Gallade. As we have been with like all your fellow brethren. Yeah, this is certainly something, isn't it? So much stuffs. So many dudes to take out and stuff. So repetitive. Like, if I did wind up doing something like this for 24 hours, like, there's no way I'd be able to last a full 24-hour charity stream. Like, I would pass out if it was just something like this over and over again. I feel tired even doing this a little bit here. Might regret the decision of doing this all here. But, I mean, hey, well, I have a Gallade ready for, like, any time I want to, you know, grind and do stuff in this. Like, between rounds of DBD, as I've been mentioning. But we'll see. Any rocks? No rocks. Any new rocks over here? No rocks. Any new rocks over here? That is a rock. So we are going to take a defense point from it. Is what we will do. I claim it. I claim this instant. Like, at least combat animations are off. I do wish there were other ways to make it faster as well. I do wish. But ah well. Down we go. Rocks? That's a rock. I'll fight the rock. I will take the rock's defense point. And then I will be on my way. Is my plan. So bit by bit. Slowly but surely, 1 point at a time. Yeah, I feel like doing something like this has the greatest chance of getting me to conk out. Like, this is probably something that should have been done earlier on in the stream, but I figured it would be something better done, like, late at night or, like, smack dab in the middle of the event, not freaking right at the beginning kicking things off with something that wound up as boring as this turned out to be. So, I mean, why is this music so quiet? 4 out of 10 people. So we've got some group there. We'll see who else is able to hop on in. We shall see. Rocks? There's a rock. Hey, 2 rocks. I'll take the 2 rocks. It works for me. Go on, Gallade. Go destroy more rocks. For the sake of your own defense points. Definitely a tedious process, huh? Man, imagine if I didn't have anybody with Pokerus that I could transfer over. This whole process would literally take twice as long. I'd still be on the timbers if I didn't have that one thing in Pokemon Home. Just to put things into perspective. Like, my goodness. I wonder how rare Pokerus even is. I don't even remember. I think that it's something that's like... I don't think it's as rare as like a shiny, but it's still like stupidly rare. But then unlike shinies, once you get it, you can just like transfer it around. Replicate it and stuff. But I'm pretty sure it is stupidly rare. I'm pretty sure the reason that I have Pokemon that have Pokerus is because I've been like transferring them since Generation 5, where my starter literally had it. And I remember the Pokemon Center, like it was supposed to be like the tutorial Pokemon Center where the professor shows you as like, oh, and here's the Pokemon Center where you can heal your Pokemon. And I did that, and then Nurse Joy was like, oh, by the way, your Pokemon has Pokerus in the middle of the tutorial, and then the professor just kept showing me around the Pokemon Center like nothing happened. I was like, oh, okay. I think I've just been transferring it around ever since. And I think it's that same virus. Methinks. Alright. Some more Psycho Cuts. More roly-colies to take out. Is what we do. Bit by bit here. Please be like double rocks over here. Heck yeah! Asking ye shall receive sometimes. A lot of the time not. But this time, yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. As for a whole item for this Gallade, we'd probably just do something that like increases the power of normal type moves. Again, to make sure that False Swipe hits as hard as possible. Was the Among Us channel asking if anyone wants to join? Sure. You could always ping the Among Us, or I could always do it here shortly when we get ready to switch over. I can ping it, be like, oh, by the way, we're switching to Among Us in our charity stream, see if anybody stops by there. So I could make it a sort of official-ish announcement within that channel. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Take out you. Hopefully, best case scenario, we get double rocks at the bottom. Probably not going to wind up like that, though. Oh. Oh my goodness, we got double rocks at the bottom. Thanks, game. Thanks, I appreciate it. Works for me. Cooler if one of them was like shiny or something, but this works too, I suppose. This also works. Alright, and then we smackaroo the other one. Smackaroo roly-coly number 2. If you're gonna do it, then you won't do it. No point getting posted twice. Yeah, I can just do it like when we get ready to transition over is what we can do. I figure we may as well max out this defense first. That's what you could do. So, let's check this defense stat. If my calculations are correct, which they weren't last time, we should be able to get up to a defense stat of... Oh crap, did I ever even add them? Wait. 229, I guess. Should be 229 that we can bring it up to. Yeah, there's 229. So I'll take out one more and see if it goes past that. So were my calculations actually right this time? What did I do wrong last time then, I wonder? So I'll take out one more, just see if it stays at 229. This is what we'll do. A little bit of an experiment. Go ahead and Swift. Will it stay at 229 or will it go up to 230? Is the question of the day. And the answer is... It stays at 229, so it actually is for sure max then. So we'll probably put our last point into special defense. Just because. Let's see here. So special defense is available on routes 1 and 2, but only as random encounters for Blipbug. Oh, so that wouldn't be like something actually just roaming around. Can be found in Watchtower Ruins and the wild area under most weather conditions for Duskull. I wouldn't have anything that can hit it as is, though. Well, let's find some other move to just temporarily give to you, Gallade. Sure, Bulldoze. I don't know. Place like Swift. Let's go defeat like a Duskull. And we should only be able to gain like 1 point in it anyway. Because we maxed out 2 other stats, we should only be able to gain like 1 point in 1 other stat. I think, if I remember how it works. Whoops, dang it. And then this Gallade should be basically maxed out. So, Watchtower Ruins are over yonder way. So apparently we better go for like a Duskull. Apparently. Apparently so. So over here there may be a spooky Duskull. We might be able to get a special defense point off of. Maybe. I mean, this is a Dusclaw. Okay, there's plenty of Duskulls there. We are going to... Whoops. Yeah, save. We are going to save here. Let's check our current special defense test. Wish you knew how to ride a bike. You don't know how to ride a bike. That's one of those, like, important things to know just in case you ever need to go bike riding. So, 266 currently. So, 266 is what it currently is. What is my computer making sounds about, huh? What is that all about, huh? Well. It's raining. I noticed. Let's bulldoze you. Is what we do. Oh, crap. Well, we can't do bulldoze then. In that case. Well, let's run. You can levitate. Whoops. We need something that is not bulldoze. Hold on. We're just gonna be wrapping this up like really quickly here. I mean... Yeah, sure. We can learn this apparently. Let's replace that, I suppose. Is what we do. Okay, so learn that. We're technically... It's just changed to 9. So, like, we're technically into the time slot for Among Us right now. We'll be switching over shortly. We should only be able to get 1 more point here anyway, and it should be from, like, one of these guys. So, like, we'll test that. So we should actually be able to land this. Oh, but it, like, didn't do a whole lot of damage. That's annoying, isn't it? That's a little bit irksome. Well, I guess we're doing this attack, like, multiple times, then. Oh, man. Yeah, that sucks. Well. You need Buzzflex some butt. What the heck is this all? The heck? What are you telling to me right now, Kitson? What be this? So it should be 267 in special defense now. And that should be as high as that goes. Yeah, so 267 in special defense. And if I take out another one, it shouldn't increase anymore. We're gonna test it just to make sure I got like my numbers right. It should stay at 267 even if I take out another one of these. I think. We'll find out here. We will find out here. Well, strong Kirby sure seems like well, that only takes place after a few turns, and this battle's probably not gonna last long enough to do that anyway. That Kirby buff AF. So if my calculations were correct this time, we should have special defense stay at 267. Like, this Gallade should now be maxed out. Yes, we are correct. So it looks like this Gallade's EVs, like its IVs and its EVs, are now both completely maxed out. So we now have, well, hold on, I'm gonna put the right moves onto it again. Once we have the right moves onto it again, we'll now have the ultimate Pokemon catching Pokemon. The ultimate machine. Where is... Oh, let's just go to a Pokemon Center real quick. False swipe. And stuff. Yes, let's do that, and then we'll get ready to switch to Among Us here, like, really shortly. Is what we do. Sounds like a good plan. So, let's head in here. Let's relearn False Swipe. I'll use the TM version of Thunder Wave. Is what we'll do. Up this way. Thunder Wave. Let's relearn that now that we're done getting all those EVs, so we'll take that off. And then we'll go relearn False Swipe from the Dudo who's over here. Go ahead and low. Let's go ahead and remember a move. And we are going to relearn false swipe. There it is. Yeah, so let's go ahead and relearn that. We'll replace Psycho Cut. Like this. And then we'll heal up, and then we'll save, and then we'll get ready to switch. So yeah, now as is, we've now taken the last several hours, essentially, in Pokemon Sword and Shield to create the ultimate Pokemon catching Pokemon, essentially. So if we do decide to do some grinding in between, like, DBD games of just, like, shiny hunting, in case we do run into a shiny, we should now be very prepared. False Swipe, Thunder Wave, Swords Dance, Double Team, and then 383 attack, and then, like, some decent defenses, and level 100. Maxed IVs, maxed EVs. Should be pretty good. Should be pretty alrighty, so that was a lot of work that went into that, but that's now something that we can permanently have and always use, like, into the future and stuff like that. So yeah, gonna get ready to switch things up here. Is what we better do. I'll close that for now and put my Switch into sleep mode and get ready to switch things over here. So I'm gonna mute my microphone, I'm gonna get some messages set up, change the title and stuff like that, and we'll be back shortly.